It'll work out.
Yeah, well. There we go. Now we're live. Sweet. Okay. So how is everyone? Are we ready to jump straight back into the game?
When
we last left our
Hang on,
heroes... Oh, sorry, go
What
on.
I have to fight back is righteous emotion. Okay, now I'm ready.
All his emotional turmoil. Hey, Bloody. Welcome. Okay. So when we last left our heroes, they had finished clearing out the Wizard of Wine's winery. They're gathering their thoughts on what to do next in the basement. After a rather close call with an berserk Ez and a very put out Sir Elaine, they seem to be suffering the effects of this poison that the druids had brewed. Now we return to our lovely heroes. Damn it, Spud. There. So then, what do you do?
Am I still under a dog pile?
No, they've let you go at this stage.
Okay.
Irina has lifted all the potion vials, the 2 berserker potions and the 2 healing potions, and have tucked them into her pack.
Still a smart move.
Yep.
Well,
The first thing I think we should do is probably check
Find
that.
out.
Did we check that body upstairs? Twiggy.
I don't think
Honestly,
Twig held anything.
I think we checked all the bodies because we went outside to check out the leader and we did a circuit.
Right, because I'm not certain if we forgot the guy upstairs who had bark skin.
Oh yeah, the one I Kalimard. Yeah,
Yeah, did you check him?
Don't remind me.
Kalima!
Don't remind me of that guy.
Also, as we're walking around, Ez does seem fairly full, but that's neither here nor there.
Well,
I won't say anything if you won't.
I don't think I can say much after all that. Oof. So at the moment, both Ez and Elaine are they're slowed or something, aren't they? Or they were.
You'd have
you're-
1 point of
you're
exhaustion.
exhausted.
Okay.
Yes,
No
you're
problem.
exhausted. There's no real good icon.
Essentially, it means you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay. No
I was going
problem.
to say we can use this to go back upstairs, can't we?
Do you
Yeah.
want to climb up the ramp?
I want to check that body.
It's a gently sloping ramp. It's not really that. It's not really that steep.
Be
but
careful not to bump. Be careful not to bump your head.
Fair enough.
Want me to go first?
Yes, please.
All right. I climb up the
Okay.
ramp. Would probably be an acrobatics check.
No,
Okay.
it's the gradient isn't really that steep. It's essentially like a wheelchair ramp. This was used to roll barrels up and down for storage.
Well, would you mind putting me on the ground floor for a second?
Ez is gonna try and like hobble over, like perched on Irina's shoulder or something.
Are you sure you're alright, Ez?
I've been worse. It's fine. He's fine.
Okay, let's keep going upwards.
Irina, could you lend a hand? You may have to push me up on my back.
Really, Zabornik? You can't manage a simple slope?
I am old, okay?
So we'll actually try and give a hand to push Zabornak up. Worst case, there's a case scenario, we can roll you. It's fine.
Oh, thank you, dearie.
I was saying, when not up there.
Turtle roll. Alright. Are you stopping at the first floor, or the ground floor, or are you continuing up to the first floor?
We've got to the. Have we all got up to the first floor? Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
I was asking Ez and Zabornik, as I was currently playing with their tokens.
Zabornik is stopping as soon as she can.
Alright, so Zabornik will stop off at the ground floor. Ez, are you continuing upstairs?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow everyone else.
Alright.
Oh, is the bonnet gonna be left by herself?
Well, Arena's staying with her.
Okay, Ez will follow with us the Barnack and Arena, because she's still a little woozy.
Right, with. Okay, I can't get through to where the bedrooms are. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You sec. Splitting the party!
Yeah, nothing bad ever happens when you do that.
Yeah.
Split, 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 split.
Well, to be fair, everything is dead, so.
I'm just gonna open the doors for you. There you are. So you can roam
Yeah.
through the doors.
Would appreciate that if you open that door for me as well.
Okay.
That's a wall.
That's a wall. Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot. I am smart. All right.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm
Marty.
Okay, so I'm gonna enter through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smurf, what kind of race is that in there?
See, you've all wandered off in different directions. I left Specky behind.
No.
Strahd, will you do the honours?
Oh, Jesus, Specky got huge. There we are.
Mind if I check Barkley over here?
Not
Yeah.
at all.
Just let me get Specky up there. Specky's important. Okay, so you
What
rummaging
was
through
that
his
again?
pockets?
Yeah,
Okay.
the ones that I didn't cut. My large slash. I got stuck in the middle.
You have to pick
Yeah,
through some very, very blood-sodden clothes, but you managed to come across a few vials and a small coin purse.
What are the vials?
They appear to be full. Well, one of them is full of a purple liquid. The other two are empty.
I think we know what that is.
Purple liquid.
Yep.
Well, better
I know
not
what-
sniff it. Better not take a whiff of it when we're alone.
That would be a good idea. We best go back together, don't you?
Yeah. And how much was in the coin purse?
I will tell you as soon as my treasure app behaves itself. You find 15 silver pieces and 3 gold pieces.
15 silver, 3. Okay. 15. And 3 gold. Okay. I'm taking care of that for now.
Certainly, give it to Zabarak as soon as we get there. The others.
I think Zabonak's just showing off her handiwork.
It sounds like Ez is getting excited downstairs.
Yeah, bear with me
Well,
one moment. I apologize.
That's fine.
Didn't seem like there's anyone out here anymore. I mean, unless you want to check us to check the lavatory, the outhouse.
I don't think that's necessary.
Well, in that case,
Rastar, why are you taking the long way around? We can just go down the spiral staircase here.
I was going to check if something was down there, but you're right. I'm just taking a peek down and then I'm coming. All right.
No, fair enough.
Taking a small peek from the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth raven has flown.
Yep.
All right.
You seen where he was last week.
Yeah, right. And with that, I would like to take the small staircase downstairs.
Someone open this door for me, please.
Alright, hang on. This is what happens when the party wanders off on their own. Oh my god,
Knock, knock.
Not my fault.
I can't actually
Knock, knock.
grab it.
Knock, knock.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bloody hell.
Did you find anything?
Oh, hello.
A
we were
little,
just
a little
walking
bit,
back.
a little bit of money. 3 gold and a few silver and 15 silver.
Oh, Gonna put it in holding.
All right. You
Also
do that.
found,
So
also
I'm
found
handing them-
another party potion.
Yeah.
Double
Another
party
one
potion.
of the purple drink.
Probably don't want to wave that around.
Yes.
Yeah,
Best idea.
especially not when it's just the two of us. So
Decor. As he is held up the potion, you notice something a little bit different about this one.
hang on. This is not a rage potion.
How
Arena?
can you tell?
It looks slightly different, doesn't it?
I think it is. Sorry, excuse me, as slips past you. She pulls out one of the potions that she has.
Careful.
The one in her hand
Takes one step back.
is deep purple. The one that Sir Alan is carrying is a very light shade.
Might just be a thinned version of it.
Is that Diet Berserk?
Possibly.
What would I have to roll to check what it is?
Investigation, but you really you'd have to either roll very high or open the bottle.
You want me to
Take
take a
another
whiff?
step back.
Roll
yes,
severity.
sure.
Oh no.
You're dropping it.
Keep an eye.
Okay. You think the best way to get a hint of what a potion is to give it a sniff. So you start reaching for the cork and pulling it off before Irina just grabs your hand. It's like, what are you doing?
No, that's a test, of course.
I don't think that's a very
Bind me
wise
with
idea.
rope. Bind me with rope to one of the posts here.
You just
then
really
let
want
me
to be
sit
drugged, don't you?
No, not
necessarily.
really. But if we have a raging person on hand, might be good if they were restrained beforehand. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, that would be an idea.
So, would you mind? I mean, I volunteer after all. Sir Elaine, no offense, but you look tired as hell.
That does tend to happen when everyone piles on to you, trying to stop you killing everything.
Yeah,
Get
Fair
used
enough.
to it.
yeah. Anyway, would you mind
Oh, of course. So I'm
putting
gonna.
a little bit of rope down so I can't be any harmful towards any of you?
Right, so I'm gonna tie Rystar to one of these support pillars. This one here.
Okay.
No, he doesn't want that high. Bloody.
No,
He's
I
not
know.
a fan of highs, but he's opting to be the test. No, he's not Heister. God damn it! All the puns now. All the bloody puns.
All right.
Right?
Okay, so I'm gonna uncork it and waft a little bit of the fumes towards it.
Only that, yes.
All right then, Reister, could you make a wisdom save for me, please?
A wisdom save.
Yes.
Failed. Good thing
Alright.
he's restrained.
Oh my god. Okay.
Look, at least it's not a 1.
You get a good sniff of this potion, and you feel that it's burning the back of your nose, down your sinuses, and down your throat. As the burning spreads through your body and up to your head. Your vision starts to blur slightly as you look around at your companions. Zabornik and Serlane looking at you rather concerned. Irina is watching you as well. And you blink and you think she's scowling at you. As you look around, it looks like Serlane is scowling at you. But what did you do? Why are they angry at you? It's not your fault.
I don't like the way he looks at us.
Not helping that phrasing, but yes.
What? What is it now?
And then, after a moment or so pass, your vision is suddenly clear again. And you can see the concerned looks on your friends' faces. But your head is killing you. You do not take a point of exhaustion.
I do not.
Nope.
All right.
I get the feeling this is the same stuff, just diluted.
He is type berserk.
You weren't looking at me like I had done something wrong, right?
Nope.
More than usual.
Like
Not helping.
Arena. Sorry,
Yes.
Sorry, I lost my temper just now.
You did? It just looked like you growled.
I thought I said, what is it now? Oh.
Perhaps I really think we should stop playing with this stuff.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
At least now we know what it does.
Yeah, would you mind untying me, please?
Of course. So quickly untie, put the rope back.
we
Thank
do
you.
mind, but we do it anyway.
Sonic, you were
Yes.
scowling at me the entire time. I knew it.
I'm a turtle. This is my one expression.
And she's old.
There is that. Thanks for reminding me.
You remind us all the time, Zabonic.
It's different when I say it.
Anyway, yeah, that's most likely a thinner version of this. Not a toy to play with.
Still could be
Angry in a bottle.
More concerned because it was like you were thinking I was doing something wrong. I mean, not that I didn't, but still.
So this is less rage in a bottle and more paranoia in a bottle?
Kind of, yeah.
It may be that it will do anything it can to freak you out.
I can vouch for that.
It might just be powering up your last emotion, if I had to guess.
No, I'd probably say it's something that you don't really like to think about. It reminds you of.
There were enough things I didn't want to think about, at least not today.
Fair enough.
Anyone taking a good look at Rice at the moment?
Not at the moment,
Just
no.
keeping one eye on her.
So no one's taking a very close look at him. Okay. Just checking. You think you see Rice slip one of his hands into his cloak, but you can't really tell what he's doing. Sirlane, however, can see that Rice is apparently holding something in his cloak.
Well, I'm not going to say anything, so
Ez is going to look at the rest of the group and bluely say, "So, are we done here? Shall we go get the family?
Yeah.
Let them
yes,
know
that's
that
probably a good idea.
it's okay."
Well, we should also take care. After all, Zbonik, you said there was something nearby still.
Excuse
Anything
me?
else? You had a feeling from the
plants.
staff, the plants. They might be a little bit of a problem for the
Yeah, there are
family. I
definitely some
mean,
left.
they would be unchecked basically, without a leader. So, God knows what they will do. The plants.
I like to believe in leaving plants and animals alone, but these are not exactly natural wildlife now.
I
Yeah, so we should
think
probably
we got
take
them all.
we got all of them here, but as one said something about a few a little bit further out from the house, I believe.
Yeah, the staff let me feel some presence.
Well, maybe we should do a little bit of a look around, have a look around, just to make certain that the family won't be in danger from unchecked
I suppose that's a good idea.
vines.
As you stand outside, Irina nudges you as and points off to the west. And you see a familiar sight.
Yes.
I think that could be our remnant, shall we say.
Oh, over there. Okay, the west. Sorry, the player. Unfortunately, as being, she's super smart. She's super talented. Her player is thick as anything and forgets the difference between north, south, east, and west. Let alone left
I
and right.
literally had to look at a compass there before I could say which one it was, so I'm not even going to judge you for that.
Okay.
Okay, if we end up with some sort of boat, I'm navigating it.
Aye, Captain. Yeah, Ezo turned to the right direction, and she'll be like, yes, and she'll just wave, the raven that's currently picking apart the remains of the wine-soaked twiglet.
Timothy.
Oh. Hey, friend.
The little raven hops towards Zabornik a bit. Seemingly
How are you?
with the little twiglet in its mouth.
I see you collected one of them. That was very smart of you.
Just bobs its little head at you.
Probably Timothy.
Do you still need that one?
Well, the one that it is currently playing with, it no longer has any outward limbs. It's just kind of a wriggling body.
Ah, jeez, maybe.
He's pulled it apart, Timothy. We're gonna need another Timothy.
Could you just end its misery? That is kind of unfortunate to watch.
The raven kind of tilts its head at you and reaches down and just pecks it. Its little head's there and it stops moving.
Thank you, dearie. You're a very good raven.
Hops forward and just kind of sits on your shoulder for a moment.
Would you like to accompany us for a while? I'm sure we can spare a ration or two.
It kind of looks around at your group, gives you a little nuzzle on the cheek, but then it flies away to the north.
Ah, well. See you soon, friend.
Back to its... Well, it's called a murder. That's not true.
That's
I think
disconcerting.
that's what they call the group.
Yeah, back to its group. Back to its...
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Well, do
Smart family.
we want to check if anyone's still on the outhouse?
If you
I
really have to
definitely-
go, just go.
Come to think about it.
Knock, knock.
Alright. You knock on the outhouse. You get no answer.
I just look at Irina and Ez and just go,
I open the
"Hello
door.
then."
Okay. You open the door and see a twiglet with a newspaper. No, you don't. You see nothing.
Well, help yourself.
Yeah, Ez is just going to look at Elaine and Irina all quickly and be like, do you want to be waiting outside?
That's true.
I think we might here.
I have no idea.
Just
Zabornik,
wanted to check.
as you're doing your business, you notice there's some rather inappropriate graffiti just above the lintel on the inside.
Amateurs.
Can you read specifically what it says?
Well, it depends on what Ez wrote there.
You don't speak Celestial, so unfortunately, I mean, it's weird because the markings, they kind of have this sort of like this curve and grace to them, but you know Ez, so, and you know the location, so.
For a good time call.
I'm sort of looking at Ez and I actually whisper to her in Celestial, what did you write in there?
I'll tell you later. And she'll just wink at him.
When she thinks of a good joke.
Hey!
Hang on a second.
Are you two flirting in Celestial now?
I just rolled a stealth check so you wouldn't notice me blushing.
Zabarnik also leaves her own edition in Druidic under that.
Alright, I don't get it.
Anyway, yeah, Arena just walks away and I'm like, yeah, I don't blame her.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I was gonna whisper to Star. So what exactly was that you were fiddling with under your cloak? I could just whisper it, so best stealth check.
Just a trinket.
Oh, fair enough.
By the way, I'm rolling deception because he's not entirely forthcoming with that.
Okay.
So that's a roll insight.
That fucking soundboard.
Okay, which one of
it's probably a trinket,
Creature.
but it's not necessarily just that to him.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna push it, so
Hello, everyone.
There's always the night where you can ask him.
that's true.
Very well then.
Okay.
If
What
everyone's
did I miss?
content.
Yeah. Dvorak, did you wash your hands after this?
Do you think I'm some kind of savage?
No, but
I
think
refuse
you're
to answer that
wrong.
question.
I'm just saying, as you are a little bit elderly,
I
might have
know
forgotten.
how to use a leaf.
We'll just leave that joke there.
I'm not going to shake
Yeah.
hands with you for now.
Arena is already striding up the road.
Goodbye.
I've
Anyway, did I miss anything in the last 2 hours?
no,
Not really.
2 hours, I love it.
Oh, Jesus. Alright.
uh,
So this place looks familiar. Just give me a sec. Just let me get you guys there. Do-do-do.
He's on down the road.
And I need
Where's
to
that gone?
get...
hey, look, it's the land of the dead trees.
Okay.
This is the fact we just kind of left all this wreckage and burning and
Yeah.
Yep.
junction.
Over there, that tree has a little bit of a.
Yeah, as you walk up the
Cold
path,
spot.
as you notice there's quite a lot of bundles of partially burned sticks lying around, as well as a very large scorch mark here.
Ez nods, impressed.
Let's just say we were missing your flaming sword for this battle.
And
We
you
had to-
miss
we-
such good fires.
We had to improvise.
Well, I'm glad you survived this long. You've done well.
No, we just had to deal with some.
You make
deadwood,
it
that's
sound
all.
like we're going to die in the next 5 minutes.
Not the next 5 minutes, surely.
Oh, 10 then, okay.
Surviving for a long time is kind of my thing.
Mine too, my dear. Mine too.
Should be everyone's thing.
What would hope?
It's just the little verse, we're just like pushing the tokens around.
Yeah, well, Everybody loves having a little token push.
Smolak, stop trying to get a piggyback.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
Smonek,
Eh?
Hello, hello.
don't try to jump me.
Alright,
No, I didn't.
he's noticed. Okay, as you approach the road, you notice there is a cloaked man leaning out behind the bushes. You recognize this man. This is the man who originally waved you down.
Well, Ez wouldn't notice that, but she would notice that whether he's from the family.
Yeah,
Knows this guy? Oh, okay.
yeah, you recognize as Adrian, the oldest son of the owner, Davin.
Ah, hello. You remember me? Ez gives him a toothy grin.
He looks a little shaken. He's like, yes. It's good to see you again. Where have you been all this time?
I had a few things to take care of. Out in the woods. The Vistani have a new name for me.
I'm hesitate to know.
She just grins a bit wider. How old is this? How old is he again?
He is in his. He's probably in his late 20s.
Hmm. Ez will just take him by the hand, just like stem in the eyes and, kiss, the back of his hand and everything. It's good to see you again. And just wink.
I'm still married, as.
No. Don't worry.
Anyway, Father sent me down to check you guys out to see if what's going on.
They always check me out.
Me too.
Smonek.
Stop sexually assaulting the NPCs, Mark.
But he did it.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so he looks around. He's like, we heard lots of commotion coming up the valley. What happened?
Yeah.
We had to deal with some dead wood and some dead druids.
Let's just put it this way: the underbrush has been cleared a little.
Yeah, we got rid of all of those druids, of which I'm definitely not one.
That's fantastic news.
Question is,
He's-
if there's anything left here. Unfortunately, I have bad news for you.
I don't like the sound of that.
The wine in the large vats has been spoiled.
He seems to just like close his eyes, his head rolls back. It's like, oh, of course it has.
Let's not mince words here. They were trying to poison everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, we were worried that might have been something they would do. But anyway, he turns
Seems like
he turns
they
his back to
also-
you and just starts waving up the road. And after a few moments, this gentleman
Oh,
appears.
wow.
The old man who's been talking to.
Yep.
Who I've been talking to, yes.
Unfortunately, I do not have a token for him, so he is just going to be a NPC token. But I've lost my
Mr.
NPC tokens.
Yoda.
Ez will give Devane a toothy grin and a smile. It's good to see you again, boss.
He just kind of grins at you. What brings you back here?
The usual. Money.
Yes, well, we've got none of that for you now. So,
Really? That's not what we heard. And she looks to Elaine and the others. We heard you were paying someone to help clear out your problem?
I don't
Was that the... Oh, no, right, out of character. That was the... that was the other tavern, wasn't it?
they were
Yeah.
paying for you
Yeah.
to collect wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Collect wine, but we didn't collect any of the wine because it's all spoiled.
Okay. Ez did not say
As far
any
as
of
we
that.
can
There we go. That's fine.
Well, if the
She's
vats are
been a little bit
spoiled,
exhausted.
did they destroy the other barrels?
The barrels most likely are spoiled as well.
We'll have to check on that. We did have 3 ready to go to the Blue Water Inn.
Question is,
The wagon. Did anything happen to the wagon?
well,
Wagon.
Fine-ish.
the wagon is still sound. It had a little bit of a stress test.
Could use a new paint job.
I mean the barrels on the wagon.
Oh no, those are fine.
Well, then
It's
there's
okay.
well, there's that shipment safe at least.
We didn't check it whether or not the wine had been spoiled, however. Can't be too careful.
So you said you came here for a reason. The old man just started eyeing you up, Serling. You never really told us what that reason was.
Now just gonna look at the group and always to ask, should I say
Not the name.
we're in Barovia to help deal with a pest problem? 6 foot tall, pale skin, sharp teeth, likes to think he runs.
Ronak, show them the dummy.
Mr. Wiggles over here.
Firstly, that's terrifying. Please put it away. Secondly, I know who you're referring to, lad. There may be something we can assist you with in that regard. You've proven yourselves handy.
Any assistance would be appreciated.
Also, we were supposed to get a shipment of wine, but
Oh, that too.
Well, if the wagon's fine, we should have some barrels there if you want to go back and double check them. As you're saying this as you're having this conversation as well, the rest of the family is just filing past you in the trees, going back towards the
evening?
well, at least the other sons are going down to Red Up.
And if you don't mind, we would be glad to help escort the cart back to town.
That would be wise. And you can tell my son he's in a bit of a layabout in that tavern. The old man just shuffles past you as fast as his little gnarled legs will carry him. In the meantime,
He seems respectable to me.
Adrian kind of looks around you, looking very harried. I don't suppose we can convince you to stay and help us clean up a little mess.
I don't think any of us would object.
How much are you paying? Ez winks at him.
Still married us.
Yes? I remember you said.
This place, the lady's looking slightly put out.
You get the impression that this was probably an ingrained response from this man to her.
As it seems like Zbornik's rubbing off on you.
I'm just gonna shudder.
No, no, moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I wish we'd have known this before we walked all the way up this road.
There's nothing wrong with a bit of exercise.
That's true.
Get the air in your lungs.
Speak for yourself.
Cleans your mind.
Oh, isn't this a fine mess?
Could have been way worse. The druids were intending to set the place ablaze.
That's unusual. Normally they try to destroy our stocks and move on.
Oh, so
Awesome.
they're a recurring problem.
Also, I don't know what they did with the outhouse, but you may want to let it air out a bit before you use it.
He kind of looks at you with just disgust on his face, just like, what?
I don't know what those filthy druids did, but it's bad.
Riser shoots Zbornik a look.
Zabornik looks the most innocent she's ever looked.
Roll deception. I'm just joking. I'm just joking right now.
I'm only listening to the DM, thank you very much.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yes. Okay.
Well,
So the old
time to
man,
put this fella to the compost.
Devon, is roaming around and inspecting some of his stocks around the area, while Adrian has gone to check on the barrels on the wagon. He's going around tapping each barrel, checking for seals, checking for leaks or anything like that. And after a few minutes, he pops up from the wagon. They all look good. There's no seals are broken. Everything's good here. These can be
Finally, some good news.
delivered.
Oh, that's a relief.
In the meantime, that gentleman out front, is he the only one?
Unfortunately not.
No, there's a
Fairly
few,
certain there's one lying in the bedroom,
and one.
and
in
a few.
upstairs.
One is lying in the office, and one is lying down in the wine cellar. Unfortunately.
It's of them anyway.
You may want to bring a mop for the last one.
Yes, that might be an idea.
Yeah, that might be useful. And a scoop.
I was going to say, we're going to pull up a hand and say, I'm pretty sure they want us to be cleaning up the mess. That's why we're
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. So
Yeah. If you can
She's
help
going
us.
to, just like roll up her sleeves, and she's going to head over to, basically it's like, the equivalent of the closet and everything, where they used to store all the cleaning supplies, and basically she's going to go back to work for the next hour or so, however long it's going to take.
Oh, wow.
Basically,
lifting bodies. Can anyone dig a grave for the people at least? Don't want them lying around.
Irina,
They
I
attract
think,
flies.
Irina, I think you should probably handle the grave digging duties.
Thanks, I'm sure that's perfect.
Just the digging, dear.
We'll handle all the groovy bits.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of honest cleaning.
Maybe we should contact that
remember.
shirtless guy from the church.
I remember when I worked as a cleaning lady. Good times, actually. That's when I developed my dress sense.
From the basement, you hear, "Oh God, it's everywhere!"
As chuckle.
I run down there.
Nope. A slip and slide.
Are you going down to Zabornik?
Oh, well, me as well.
You're going to hear Ez yell down from the outside. Yes, I'm getting the mop. Give me a second.
Just basically, he's just standing in the basement, just looking at the red, the red splattered
Yeah.
everywhere, and the vines. It's just like,
I understand. Not a pretty sight.
You don't have a box or something we could put the bits in?
he just kind of points to an empty scrap barrel in the corner.
I was
Yeah,
going to go over
something I
to
could like is probably good.
just go over and grab it and roll it round to where the body is.
This for a cleanup detail. Curse of Strahd edition.
Well,
I really want to play that at some point.
that would be interesting. So,
Just leans over the horrified young boy and just starts. I know he's not a young boy, but and she'll just start picking up torsos and limbs and everything and start putting them in the bucket.
I think we're good here. You might want to go in the kitchen and check if the check the stocks there.
I'd
Don't go in
say,
the office.
for the sake of brevity, we'll do diddly diddly diddly. Little time skip.
Dear goddess, how did you get it stuck in the shelf?
Down
Ez
task.
just gives the slyest smile.
Velocity.
Yes.
Yeah. probably should clean up the other ones as well.
Okay, does anyone... Zaborak, do you know what druids would need a blessing or...
I
With
don't
these
think these
druids, I
guys
would
do.
presume they would have an exorcism.
I just kind of mutter a quick prayer and a...
Yeah. Okay, Zabornik is also giving some of the appropriate rites.
Before they do that, Ez is going to lean over and say, "Here, let me give you a hand." And do I even need to say what's in a hand?
Yeah.
And
Here we go.
If I was thinking you were completely harmless.
Ah, I see what you did there. That's good. He's good.
creature,
Uh,
would you please rim shot again? Thank you.
It's not as funny if you call for it.
Well, I didn't make the joke. Let's, let's roll up the barrel, add the body,
Yeah, we roll it back up the ramp,
Alright.
yeah, to the ground floor.
tilting it slightly to make sure nothing spills out.
I'd like to know that Zabornik's rights come down to the barest minimum and at the provision of...
If you gods so desire to save any of this mess.
Okay, so I'll leave the barrel about here. We can get the guy from in here.
All right.
Got him already.
Oh,
Alright.
looks like we were a little late.
As you come up to the room, you hear some hushed words from this room. You see...
Yeah, sorry about the mess.
Huh? Oh, Adrian looks around and she says, "Oh, right. Fine, that's fine. I'm sorry, we're a little distracted at the moment."
Mind telling me
Everyone
what
alive?
it is?
What'd you say is?
Ez is going to push past and say with genuine concern, "Is everything all right?"
Alright, as you hear then, you see another figure you recognise. This is Stefana. This is the older sister of Adrian, and the eldest of their children at the
hey.
minute. She looks absolutely filthy. Her feet and hands are covered in dirt, and she looks really concerned right now. Says, "No, nothing's all right. We're going to lose all the crops. We're going to lose all the vines. Everything's going to die."
Why so?
She looked like she was about to blurt something out, but then she turns and looks over to her father. Donovan just kind of eyes up your grip and starts stroking his filthy little beard. "I'm not entirely sure if we can trust you yet."
We cleaned your house of druids, didn't we?
And your friends, the ravens, seem to like us.
We've literally killed for you. Just saying.
As you
Ez
say
will
that-
confirm.
Zabornik, you feel something on your shoulder.
Oh, hey. And we've made friends around here. Hey, little one, can you watch for us right quick?
Just kind of hops
See?
about for a bit.
See?
And Ez
Someone's
will say to them,
trustworthy.
It flutters over onto Devan's shoulder, and he looks between the raven and you. The raven has high persuasion. It literally rolled an 18.
The least you can do is give us the benefit of the doubt.
Very well. I assume you've seen what this mist does to plants around here. Wither,
we have.
die, nothing but the bare shrub can grow in this cursed land.
So far with you.
And you noticed that we have plenty of grapevines. The only way these things managed to grow is because of magical enchantments created by the wizard who first founded this place before the curse fell. Now those enchantments are gone.
Oh.
And because of that...
Ed leans forward. Is this anything to do with an acorn?
Divine kind of looks at you. How did you know about them? I don't think we ever told you.
The druids filters in.
The druids had a little bit of knowledge in that.
And they were not very quiet while talking.
Yeah, especially the one that you met on your house on the doorstep. He was a little bit loud about those. And the fellow with the...
Yes, well, acorns is one of the words we use them. Normally we call them seeds, but yes, those.
Is there documentation on what needs to be done to restore this?
Well, the enchantments were held within gems. One we lost years ago. You could thank Erwin for that. I don't know where that one's gone. Another one was stolen not that long ago by Baba Yaga. Whenever we started having troubles with the druids, she sent her foul little scarecrows in to dig it up while we were distracted. And looks like the druids have stolen the last one. Without them, the magic protecting the vines, they'll wither and die within a fortnight.
I wonder where they could have put it.
Was it? I'm going to look at Zabornak and indicate the staff.
There is that.
So this...
Well, Baba Yaga, she tends to hang out in what used to be Breeze, down to the east. The druids, they're always up doing their weird rituals up in Yester Hill, up to the west.
Oh,
Those druids hate those guys.
just out of interest, is there anything unique about the tree? Is there a tree on that hill?
Oh, yes.
I think we've worked out our little staff problem.
Yes, that's what fit profile.
What staff? What are you talking about?
Symbolic is actually going to pull it out as a sign of trust and show it around.
These druids used, I believe, this stick to control all those leafy monstrosities that were running around. I haven't quite worked out how it works yet, but it certainly carries some arcane power.
It's an evil thing. I'll be happy if that wasn't on my property.
We'll get rid of it soon enough.
See what you do. But if you can recover these, we might be able to impart some knowledge that you'll find useful in your pest control.
Certainly.
Intriguing.
Out of interest, would you say Baba Yaga could be reasoned with?
Oh, sweet.
All of them start kind of giggling, going, no, oh God, no.
Oh,
I see.
why do I have
such.
the feeling? Why do I have the feeling we'll have to deal with someone who might be selling dream pastries?
Yes, I have a distinct.
So someone
idea.
like that. I don't know why I can't shake the idea. It's going to be
Should have
witches.
bitten her nose off when I had the chance.
Zwarek, I'm not saying it's necessarily the same. Just someone like her.
Yeah. How many people are around here?
Apparently more than we think.
I'm just saying powerful witches can be kind of territorial. I doubt that they would tolerate each other that closely.
If
And
there's
she is a
clan of
powerful
witches,
witch.
What sort of things can she do? Ez looks curious. Also, I don't think we ever established how much information Ez would have about the local problems.
Well, you would remember them talking about her before because she's always been a constant hassle where she would send animated scarecrows to basically mess up the vines.
Yeah. I can imagine Ez usually going out to set them on fire.
Pretty much, yeah. But other than that, they can't tell you much about her distinct type of magic other than she is extremely territorial. She has taken the former town of Breeze as her own.
And
Sounds a
who's
lot
this-
like my mother.
And what of this Irwin fellow you mentioned?
Well, he sent you here to get wine. It's my son.
When's the cook up in the inn?
Oh, yep. Sorry, my
It's his fault one of them's missing as well.
He had a little bit of a hurt. He had a little bit of pain earlier today, so he's not necessarily on the up and up right now, my friend. Sorry about that.
No.
Think we should have a conversation with him when we get back into town.
that would be an idea.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, if he saw that thing, he didn't buy salt for it.
In regards to the druids and everything, because they've been a continual problem for the area as well, does Ez have any idea what their numbers would be like?
When you were here before,
very
the
small.
druids never really came near the winery. They always kept to themselves up in Yester Hill. So the fact that they're now being so violent
Brash.
is odd.
As I'll turn to Devlin and ask her, do you have any idea how many of the druids there are? I mean, numbers? Any reason why they would recently start all this? This doesn't seem usual.
Well, we've gotten word that they're setting up for some sort of ritual up on that damn hill of theirs. But other than that, I don't know. They haven't exactly been forthcoming with information, and they know what our spies look like.
Well, good thing they don't know me yet.
Are they going to know us?
That sounds like a volunteer.
Oh, don't you worry. Ez will lean forward and put a hand on his shoulder. We'll find and kill them all for you. No problem.
Looks like they might be a stumbling block in our path as well, so we'll take care of them.
We got you.
Well,
Plus, I remember someone talking about his master, and Ryston just towards the front door. He was talking about his master.
May not turn out to be tall, dark, and
So, I would say, but yeah.
Think the druids are working for the parasite?
I wouldn't be surprised. People can be corrupted with power.
And these guys love to themselves some power.
Yeah. After all, one of them thought he could take you on as.
That is true. I'll be honest with you. I feel better than what I did, but both me and Elaine are kind of messed up from the potion. Do we want to head out now? Do we want to rest up a bit?
well, I assume we should escort the shipment back to town.
Yeah.
So we might need to wait a while for them to get ready.
Yeah.
just need to attach the horses on and we're ready to go.
I'm not getting the old grumpy horse.
I was gonna say,
But
could
she
we
likes
count
you
the-
so much.
could we count the ride back as a rest?
You could if you sit on the wagon.
Yeah, might as well.
I'm going to walk. I'm going to walk by the side of it.
Okay. As you're having this conversation, you notice a very dirty, sweaty Arena just kind of walked into the room. It's just covered in dirt. She's like, well, that was unpleasant.
Thank you,
I
dear.
really appreciate it. You've done a good job.
It would have been nice if you were going to tell me they were just going to burn the bodies.
Oh, where are they?
I didn't know,
Oh.
unfortunately.
I did not know either.
Adrian just kind of leans around going, sorry. It's like, ugh.
So, are you guys about to plant some trees? We have some holes.
I think we've had enough of
Well-
plant life for the moment.
I'm still going
I mean, it's your job.
I'm just going to nudge Rice there and whisper, I think we might end up in those holes if we're not careful. I'm just going to kind of
Agreed.
discreet emotion to Arena.
Agreed. And I should probably be in the front line from now on.
Good
My luck
idea.
recently.
There's old bow and wave herself out, giving one final wink to both Adrian and his older sister.
They kind of nod. Well, if you do
I'm not
find
even-
the seeds, bring them back.
I'm not even
Yeah,
bothering
man.
to hide. I'm not even bothering to hide this. I'm not stood there for a second, but just looking between Rice and Zabard. I'm like, did she just imply what I think she just implied?
I have no idea.
Depends what the reaction was.
It's as being.
I'm the last person who should judge. But I will anyway.
Okay.
I'm just kind of gonna follow. Like, was not expecting that.
I'm expecting that. Ezra will just be, in the back of the cart, feet up, just chatting with
Yeah.
Arena.
And I'll sit on the. I'll sit up from the driver.
Arena, you good?
Who are you talking to there? I couldn't hear you.
Talk to Arena.
Alright. I'll be alright. Don't
All right,
worry,
Arena.
I'm
Sorry.
I'm exaggerating. I didn't get much farther in before I helped them build the pyre. Don't worry.
All right. Right.
Alright. So she's going to pick up the reins, and she is going to attempt her animal handling.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. She cracks the whip, and the horse just dips its head and starts eating some grass.
Have a go.
Problem there. Yeah.
The horse won't. Come on.
I have a go.
Alright.
The disadvantage?
You get a 5 with disadvantage, Sterling.
Oh damn it!
The horse ignores you as well.
And you.
Ez will lean
Let
forward.
me just get on here.
Oh, nope. Not gonna listen to me.
You know,
Should not have said that about its mother. I'm sorry.
maybe we should give you not the grumpy bastard. Come on. So he unsaddles the horse that you remember of being rather annoyed.
It's been quite a while since I had to handle a horse.
Really? You don't do that in paladin training?
War horses, yes.
But no draft horses?
No, I had a bit of experience when I was very, very young, but
Well, I had horseback riding experience once. It's been way too long. Got thrown off.
oh, that's never good.
Yeah. It has been a bad, but that had been a bad day anyway.
Okay. As you're talking, he rather quickly switches over the harnesses and sets the horse hooked up to the wagon. And Arena tries again, and the horse immediately starts trotting off as she gives the order. As the wagon starts to rumble down the road.
The open road.
Just because I forgot to specify as well, you have 3 barrels on here.
Yes.
Da-da-da. I had it marked down which ones they were and I've forgotten. Let's see, you have 1 of the purple grape mash and 2 of the red dragon crush.
Hey.
Okay. So then, user currently... I'm on the wrong screen.
How dare you?
Shh. Quiet you.
You're
currently here.
Down.
Now, with the wagon, you will be moving slightly faster. But you have to stick to the road.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
Can't take shortcuts.
Nope.
Well, we couldn't anyway.
Yeah, there's a cliff over here after all.
Yep.
Are you going to be doing anything in the wagon while you move along?
I'm just going to be resting.
Alright.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Rice is keeping an eye out. Trying to get a little bit of rest, but doesn't really succeed.
I'm going to whip out my flute, my tin whistle.
Ow! Ow!
You know what? Ez is also going to take out this her bone whistle. It's like a pan. It's like a pan pipe.
Oh,
it's
you're
made
having
out
a
of
bone
bones.
flute, okay.
Yeah. Try and harmonize with, Elaine's.
Yes, you're good at this, but sorry, Sir Elaine. That sounds like you're strangling a cat.
Well, okay.
It's not that bad.
Oh, trust me. You want me to give it a go?
Look, might as well.
Alright, mind handing that to me? First place, second?
Certainly.
Look, this is how you play it.
Well, your one is a bardic training.
But then again, I didn't have that potion that strongly, so you're tired. That's why it's not as good.
Fair enough.
In my head, it's a 50-50 split between playing something from Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring tune, or the Open Road song from the Goofy movie.
I thought you were going to say Wind in the Willows, because you were singing it before.
Yeah.
I was just doing step tones, son.
Well, you lead, I follow.
Even better.
Alright. As you're trundling along, listening to the wonderful performance of the passengers, you hear something suddenly snap shut. The wagon shifts and jolts about. Could anybody who's sitting in the back please make a dexterity save?
Pleasure. Is this still with disadvantage?
I'm afraid so, if you are exhausted.
I'm clearly out of the frying pan and into the fire.
It's a 5.
Okay. Reister, Sir Lane, Zabornik, you've managed to hold on, but as your hands are currently on your instruments, so you don't have enough time to grab the side of the cart as you fall off.
I try to grab her as she. I
do the same.
And yes, in this case, acrobatics would probably make sense, or athletics.
Unfortunately, it
acrobatics
does
as well.
not. The... Sephi manages to grab her, yeah. So she's like half line off the wagon. And you can see as Arena is struggling to get the suddenly panicked horse under control, there's something jammed on the wheel.
Shit. Can Ez see what it is?
Considering it's right next to your face, yes, it is a large metal trap.
Ah, shit. She's gonna call out. Whoa! Hold!
That's what they want us to do.
Ez is not very.
And with that, I throw the whistle back at Sir Elaine and take out my bow.
Okay.
pointedly pointing away from Irina.
Well, Irina is currently failing her animal handling checks, so she's still struggling to get the horse under control.
But Scout, I'm looking into the woods to the side, trying to spot any movement.
Roll
Yes,
perception. You look through the trees, and you don't see much.
Ez, can you reach for trap?
And let me see what I can do. There's actually two different things that Ez is going to do. We'll see if she screws up the trap first. In order to undo the trap while dangling over the side of this moving cart, one hand being held by Elaine, what would Ez need to roll?
You would need to roll strength to open it up.
Oh, okay. That's, fingers crossed.
After all, the trap is sprung. Not a strength save.
That's a save, darling.
Oh, I am so sorry.
That's
So just
okay.
a regular...
Just regular strength.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's even
Right.
better.
Alright, you... Against your better judgment, you work your fingers in between the jaws of this large trap, and you just pull. Even with your awkward angle, you manage to get it loose, and manage to reset the trap. So now it is open.
Okay.
However, the chain that once would have been holding it to the ground is now wrapped around the spokes of the wagon.
Oh, shoot.
No, I quickly haul Ez back up.
Do I have time for a second action?
Yeah. Yous aren't in
Okay.
combat as far as you know.
Oh, Okay. Since the previous fight, Ez has been concentrating on her ball.
Good some died.
Bless you.
I'm sorry I didn't hear you over a Teddy sneeze.
Yeah. Let me just. I apologize. I clicked the wrong thing there.
Yes.
I thought I was focused on. No, I was focused on the. Ez was focused on her bestial form discipline, which is this lovely new thing that she has. And because she's still technically focused on it, she has the ability, she has advantage on animal handling checks.
Yeah.
Be a straight roll for her. So Ez is going to try and use her whip to,
Calm the horse.
to calm them down.
Alright.
How you calm animals by beating them, apparently.
Maybe it's masochistic.
You don't judge the horse.
Maybe it's
Respect their life choices.
trained to respond to whip cracks. Alright.
And it's
Well-
probably used to Ez as well. So shall I make an animal handling check?
Sure.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Alright. You yell out the horse's name in a strict manner and crack the whip, and the horse immediately goes, okay, alright,
Yeah, boy.
It calms down. Irina kind of slips off the cart and goes over and starts stroking the horse, looking around as well. Did you see what that was?
There is a chat. Someone wants us to stop. We need to get back. And she's going to hold a hand out to Irina. Back up quickly.
Alright, is it still stuck on the wheel?
Is it still stuck on the wheel?
Yes, it's wrapped around it. Yeah.
Okay.
Untangle it.
Ez will jump
might
down
take
and
a few
she's going to
minutes.
try. Would it be in Ez's head? Would it be quicker to remove the chain normally, or just try and snap it off?
Well, as you've now knelt down next to the wheel, you smell something very familiar.
Oh no!
Oh shit.
And it's a familiar scent because it's how you got your nickname from the Vasani. Wolf blood.
Okay.
As you follow the chain, you realize that this chain Normally it would have been like linked to a tree or something like that, but is instead linked to another trap that's already been sprung. And there is a sizable wolf paw in it.
Okay. This is going to just like I can just imagine her slowly, her eyes trailing across that. She's just going to stare the wolf down, and
There is no wolf. There's only a paw.
Ooh.
Oh boy!
So a 300 wolf. Well, gotta make certain that no one has lost a hand in town while we were out. Because then we know where the wolves are already.
Surely this would be afoot.
Yeah. So take care of Pegleg Pete.
Luffy's all just immediately assumed it was werewolf paw.
Could be a wolf.
I'm putting out anything.
Actually,
Uh,
What would Zabornik have to roll to figure out if that's a noble or a werewolf?
Roll nature.
Nature.
Uh,
That's a big puppy.
this is actually going to
I'll give it a crack.
as well, if that's okay.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
a big pie.
that's
Oh, God.
no. Not many wolves around my home.
Alright.
Had a few.
Sir Lane and Reister, you agree with Zabornik? Yes, that is a very big puppy. As you have seen this before, this wasn't a normal wolf, but it wasn't a werewolf. It was what you came to know what they called dire wolves. They tended to be servants or spies for Strahd. It looks like one got caught in this trap and tried to flee, dragging the trap with it until it eventually chewed its own paw off to escape.
This chuckles to herself and pockets the paw.
How fresh would you say that is?
How fresh would I say it is?
With that nature check, I would say the blood is still moist.
It's like, we need to get on the cart and leave now.
That would probably be the best idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright.
Yes.
Don't like it being always a chance that there's a trap.
Okay. Are you, what are you doing about the chain and the wheel?
Oh, I apologise. I assumed that Ez had removed it already. Yeah, I apologise. So, whatever she thinks is quickest, either snapping the chain or just like unraveling it from the spokes. Ez is going to do that.
Alright, make me a quick dexterity check.
A dexterity, not a saving throw, a check. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 9 with disadvantage.
Alright.
Are you trying to destroy the wagon, dear?
You very deftly manage to untangle the chain, avoiding the sharp teeth of the trap, and manage to get it out without causing any further damage to the spokes. You now have 2 bear traps linked by a chain.
Awesome.
No, those are some nunchucks.
Interesting.
Alright, I think we better get out of here then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sun's not too high anymore either. By the way, did we pick up the tent that was left with the
We did
family?
not.
You did not.
Oh, now we have one.
We need to remember that we do that
Well,
when we're back.
I still have a tent, so it's not the end of the world.
It's
Yeah,
exactly
but
the
still-
number of tents we used before.
Still, it's always better to have a spare.
As you're having this conversation, Irina is cracking the reins to try and get the horse to move, and it is ignoring her. She keeps rolling so low.
Ez is now going to sit up on the front next to her. But yeah, you first, DeCork.
Mind if I give it a go?
Yeah, sure. She hands you the reins and just kind of clambers into the back of the cart.
All right.
Boom.
All right.
My work is done.
Reister doesn't even need to crack the reins. He just whispers, "All right, darling, let's go." And the horse just starts moving along the track.
More motivated than it has ever been.
It feels loved.
Well, looks like I'm at least good with this horse.
Yes, the horsey loves Reister.
Ez just has this, like, you know, this like wooden expression on her face. She's just staring straight ahead because she just got onto the front part next to Irina to give her a hand, and then Reister just swapped out with her, and he succeeded before she could do anything. It's just that's like, okay.
Hatred for Reister intensifies. Alright.
Ez will remember that.
This ain't no Telltale game.
It is now.
God, I'm sitting here making the DM screen look cinematic, but I'm not recording the damn DM screen. Alright, so...
Look, at least the two of you get to talk about what you missed.
As you approach the town, Irina just kind of leans over the wagon and says, "It's probably a good time we used this. We wouldn't have got back before nightfall otherwise."
Yeah.
As the sun is
Does this
starting to set as you approach the gates. The
count
guard...
as a long rest, by the way?
It does not. It counts as a short rest. A long rest is 8 hours of sleep. Unfortunately, you wouldn't have been able to really sleep on the wagon because there's not much room to really relax. You would have had to have held on.
Plus, the road has a few cobbles.
It's a
little bit
dirt
uneven.
track.
I will accept this.
Yeah.
I recommend
stones.
we stay the night at the inn then.
Yeah.
As you approach the gate, a guard raises his hand to get you to stop.
Okay, we stop. Should be able to do that without checking again.
Yeah, you're able to do that, fair enough. Alright. As you pull up, the guard kind of looks over you and says, "Alright, what have you got here?"
Wine from the Wizard of Wines.
This is
really?
officially the party wagon now.
Yes. The delivery has been expected.
Alright, well, you won't mind if we have a look? He nods to another guard who goes round the back of the wagon.
As long as you don't ruin the wine that's in there, you're fine to take a look. Another sip, unfortunately.
Yes, don't look at them up.
Stuff spoils easily, unfortunately.
That doesn't sound like Wizard of Wine quality then, does it? He
know
nods
what you
again,
mean,
and the
not
guard clambers up and starts looking around between the barrels and between your legs and all, giving you all really stern looks.
Excuse me?
Look, I'm just doing this as for hire. It's not my usual job.
Obviously.
Look, we were asked by Danica to go to Wizard of Wine to pick him up, and I can't remember the old man's name. And Adrian allowed us to take the wagon.
Yes.
You know, you could have just said wine. We would have checked it over and let you go. You didn't have to keep... You know what, just go. Just go. The other guard leaps off the back of the wagon,
Thank you,
and
gentlemen.
they open up the gates for you. Bloody blabbermouth.
What a good thing that we're not suspicious.
All right.
fair,
What
we were
do you
telling
mean
the truth.
suspicious? I'm not suspicious at all.
All right.
Just growls to herself.
Aww. Ez isn't happy. So, as you enter the town, you immediately notice there's something different. There are fires everywhere. There are torches lining the streets. And there are flowers, little flower crowns and doilies just hanging off the posts, off doors.
I
that
think
looks
it's a
festive.
festival.
Mm-hmm. You
Now
think
roll
it is?
a that 20 perception.
Twice.
Holy sh...
Yeah, that's very unusual.
Especially when exhaustion.
Just let me
Yes.
reach to the town.
Must have been hindsight.
Do-do-do-do-do. Boop.
Oh, that too. Still.
If I go there too. Alright. He's into the town. He's coming past the church. You notice there appears to be a concentration of people on the main road ahead of you.
Sorry. Delivery.
With the crowd,
God damn it, move!
the crowd gathered together. Each of them seems to be holding a lit torch, although the air is just filled with the sputtering of the fire as the rain starts.
Oh,
I
this
like-
can't be good.
It's not very heavy. It's more of a light muzzle, but it's enough to give the torches problems. These are getting closer to one of the open fields in the town. And you notice there's a parade of unhappy-looking children dressed as flowers as they start to trudge through the muddy, wet street. Some of them look tired as it's now almost sunset, probably past their bedtimes. They're leading the way for a group of sorry, sodden-looking men and women carrying a 10-foot diameter wicker ball of sticks. Behind them, you see the burgomaster and his wife with her fixed smile. She's holding a little bouquet of wilting flowers in her hand, and they're both riding horseback behind them. The spectators are watching from their stoops as the ball is brought into the field. Yeah.
Don't drop the ball, you guys.
Oh my god.
Why does this remind me of that holiday I took to Summer Isle?
You watch them
Half tempted to make the
struggle.
horse rain. Real.
You watch them struggle on the muddy path as they're trying to get this ball onto a wooden scaffolding. And the townsfolk are taking turns running up and basically dousing as many sticks as they can with little pots of oil. The worker's son just kind of hangs there, looking very sorrowful in the rain, as the burgomaster finally comes out to the front of the crowd. He is holding a torch in his hand and he looks around. He starts trotting around the sun as if inspecting it. His wife is just staying on her horse, smiling, nodding to some of the other women in the crowd, and they forcibly smile and nod back. A few of the kids are being ushered away. And as the burgomaster seems happy enough with his inspection, he comes back round to the front and says, "This will be a wonderful addition, and I thank you all for your hard work for this wonderful festival. And remember, all will be well." As he lifts his torch up, you hear half-hunted, "Woo!"
Yay.
And then you hear one very just like, "Yeah! Woo!" from the back, somewhere. But you can't see where that guy is. As the burgomaster, he gets off his horse and just starts trudging through the mud, fixed smile on his face, and he just thrusts his torch into the centre. And nothing happens. He brings his torch out and the flame is almost extinguished between the dampness of the torch, the wood, and the rain falling. He tries to light it again, but the torch just extinguishes.
I cast mine illusion in to make it appear as if there's a little flame. And tell Zvonek.
Yes,
Will you mind? Zvonek, would you mind helping him out a little?
Let me first see.
So Barnick would like to look to see if there's anything else burning along with it.
At the moment, no. You can see that there are still a lot of the people are still holding their torches, which you assume is mandatory. At the
Yeah,
moment
she-
now,
she
though,
uses-
however, the Burgermaster is starting to look very annoyed as he is repeatedly pressing this illusioned twig, this stick, into the sun.
Okay. Yeah, Zabonic is going to use Druidcraft to start the a little bit of the fire. That should be enough to get it going.
Alrighty then. Let's see.
Yep.
Zabornik sneezes. As you cover up your spell, your hand movements and your voice with a rather well-placed sneeze, you see a flame starting to lick around the base of the sun where it had been mostly doused by the oil, and it starts to catch.
And with that, I pull off the minor illusion, cancel it basically.
Alright. Well, the Burgomaster scurries away as the fire is now starting to catch on the sun. And he turns around triumphantly and says, "Ha! See this! Even the rain can't dampen this town's spirits. This is a wonderful job. Stay, enjoy the warmth." As he climbs back on his horse and starts trotting around, talking to random people.
I just whisper to Wes, bloody madman.
I know, right? I wonder how easy it would be to push him off that bloody horse.
The two
Now
of you
hurting
are
the horse.
I use one of the only times I will use this cantrip. It's I'm going to send this message to Sir Elaine.
Yeah.
You two are being a little bit loud.
Okay.
Are they?
Alright. As you
Only
say
Sir
that,
Elaine hears this message.
as you say that, Sir Lane, or as you hear that, I want you to roll perception as you quickly look around.
1 second, perception. Oh, God's sake.
Alright, you look around and you see there's no guards nearby. They seem to have moved off very quickly and you don't know where they're going.
If it makes any difference, Ez still has her rigor mortis grin on her face.
There's no guards around the cart. So, the only people who could have possibly heard you was some of the rather damp, unhappy looking citizens.
And I think they'd agree with us.
Happy, joy, joy, happy,
Happy joy.
You see,
Yeah, be you.
a few people have shuffled closer to the sun that is now burning a little merrily, but you can tell that whole thing is not going to burn. They've shuffled closer just for the heat of it, because it looks like their mandatory fun period hasn't passed by yet. You see a few people are starting to slink off into alleys as best they can. One or two people have tried to walk down this road beside you, but you notice there's 2 guards down this road, basically telling them to go back to back towards the fire.
Well, I'm not certain if we have to move. We can move. After all, we have the happy juice.
This is actually going to hold her arm up and say, is probably not a good idea. Probably need to wait here for a while until the sun goes down.
Which one? The Wicker Sun or the real one?
Assumed it was nighttime at this point.
The sun was setting. It's as you glance over towards the west, it'll probably dark very soon.
This is going to turn around to Elaine and everything and say, do you think it's a good idea if we start playing music or something? You know, hopefully it'll pass quicker, or do we want to draw attention?
We should probably just...
I think we should probably wait and continue onwards.
Okay.
Yeah, we should probably not detract from the spectacle.
But have your flute ready just in case.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ez is just gonna sit back in the cart, looking at the burning flame with a smile on the face. We'll say that.
An authentic smile or one of the placid ones?
It's a perception check.
You one? Well,
She the smile seems a little bit fake, but she does seem to be staring intently at the fire. That's pretty much it.
all right.
Do 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 do. Wow, wow, no.
That's pretty much that for until something happens.
Alright.
Until
So-
it becomes clear that we can move again.
Are you just going to rest with the wagon for a bit?
I'd say so.
In the pouring rain.
Yeah.
After about half an hour or so of pleasantries, the burgomaster, his wife, and his guards have already started to move off. And with his departure, everyone else has just decided, we're going home. And they start filtering off, and the road clears. And the guards start to move away as well.
Well, let's go then.
Onwards and upwards.
Side note,
Yeah.
I envisioned this like the very end of the Ambush Paradise video.
Do I need to use animal handling again?
I would say yes, because there's still a lot of people milling around, and the horse is a little bit nervous.
You know what, Ez? Would you be so kind and try your hand with a horse? I don't trust myself too much.
Okay, is no problem. As I lean forward, and again, because she's got advantage at the moment, it's just going to be a normal straight roll. So, pop it up, pop it, boop.
Boom.
Alright.
It's knows how to use a whip.
Again,
My-
you very sternly shout the name of the horse, and the horse just starts moving off. It takes its time as it picks around the people still wandering the streets, but the crowd clears the further you go along. Just let me get my map up here. And without much pomp and ceremony, you finally manage to get your way through the crowd and get to the Blue Water Inn. So let's get you there. Helps if I drag you guys too.
Yeah.
I swear I'm a competent DM. There we are.
Well,
Technology can betray us all sometimes.
Yep. Alright.
That's true.
So, you park the wagon around the side of the inn and move back round to the front.
Well, who wants to be telling the good news?
I think I'd best do it.
Have we lost Irina, by the way?
Yeah, where's Irina?
What? Is that in character or out of character?
I think out of character.
Okay, phew, I was...
Nope.
Oh, come on, no. No, 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 no.
Ah,
Oh,
where's
where's she gone?
Not again,
It
just...
was in the back of the cart.
Are you kidding me?
She was with Zabornak, though. She was in the back of the cart with Zabornak.
And me.
Yeah.
How could we not have noticed?
You mean that?
You head back and look around the cart. You see something in the back of the cart.
He's not the scarf.
Gone fishing.
What do we see? Do I see? Can I tell what it is?
It's Irina's shield and pack.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Don't tell me she felt worse. If she didn't fall off, someone's taken her down. Why do I have the feeling that we have to deal with the local muscle?
I get the feeling we have to.
For the DM, the kind, merciful DM. When was the last time because Ez has been at the front of the cart. When was the last time that Ez properly noticed Irina?
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay, and disadvantage. Yeah. Holy shit.
Doesn't
Nat
matter.
20!
Hmm.
You remember very specifically, she was fiddling with her pack, with a little book in the back of the cart, as you entered the town. Whenever you were watching the Wicker Sun, she sat off to the side of the wagon to get a better view. And then your attention turned to the festival, and you don't know where she went from there.
Okay.
Right.
Ez will basically relay that information very quickly in a brisk form as she is marching, running back the way they came.
I'm following.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Alright. So,
My bird instincts are kicking in.
it's dark now. A lot of the torches that lined the streets have been drowned by the rain. The flowers have been crushed in the mud. And you sprint back the way you came until you come to the crossroad where the wagon had been stopped during the festival.
I'm going to look around and see if we could find
Any,
any
footprints?
footprints that would indicate a heavier person.
Yeah.
Okay, roll investigation.
Same.
We'll also do the same.
Ooh, very nice, Reister. Alright.
It's a 9.
As you're tired.
I don't care. If we
I
lose
understand.
her, do you know what happens?
I have an idea. It's not a good one.
all work in no arena make Ez a very cranky girl.
So, Rice, what did you find?
As you look around, and you're kind of overcome with worry and panic right now, and you see the streets are just a froth of muddy footprints. Sir Elaine, you notice that you remember that this road had been closed off by the guards, and you have a look over. With Rice at your side, he is able to point out some very deep troughs dug in the mud.
And I rolled a nat 1, so I can't track.
Well, and I mean, I'm no scout, but I can try following those tracks. It's going to be a little bit difficult.
It was
Survival, my friend.
Sorry about that.
That's alright.
Since Rice, so is Rice pointing this out to everybody?
Yeah. Looks like whoever took Arena probably went this way.
I don't think I get advantage to survival, but as it's so I'm going to keep it at disadvantage for now. But Ez is also going to do her best.
No.
Alright.
Ez is
I
a
mean, we're
survivor.
all putting our heads together, so we should be able to have someone have a slight advantage.
Yeah.
Alright. Zabornik, you're not sure what you're looking for. Reister, the rain is really starting to get in your eyes and you're losing focus. As you see the two troughs that he was pointing out to, you get closer and realise that this looks like someone dug in their feet and was dragged. As you get closer, you see that, if I can move this thing properly, there we are. It moves on round the town, round the corner, and you see signs of a struggle. And then the trough marks disappear around this point.
Okay,
Are there any-
at this point there is this really low, deep growl in the back of Ez's throat, and she already has the capeche out.
Not again.
Way.
And I put down the visor of a helmet.
Again.
At this point, you've lost the trail. You don't know where it's gone.
No footsteps that are helping. Yeah, wouldn't be too surprised if they went into the woods. Not
Perhaps not.
again. I will not let this happen again. Sorry.
What would we check if we... Go ahead.
No, were you first, Creech?
What would we have to roll to check if she left any kind of message?
What do you mean message? Oh, you mean like scraps of her
Maybe
cloth or material or anything like that here?
Something like that, yeah.
It would be perception.
Let's do that.
Oh, I don't see shit.
No. Are you attempting to sniff her out, Ez?
Yes.
Roll perception.
Okay, and again, that's just going to be a straight roll because of the disadvantage. Perception.
Alright. Your first notion was to head towards the woods because that would be the obvious place for a kidnapper to go. But as you sniff, you pick up her scent more in this direction.
Okay.
However, the scent is fading due to the rain.
As very quickly goes this way, and she's going to just like lunge down the road, trying to basically panic mode, trying to figure out any clue, any sort of
I mean, the Burgermeister house
Yes.
Okay.
The Burgermaster house.
might be close.
Alright, you reach the crossroads. The scent is confusing around here. It would have to get you to re-roll.
That is fair. That is fair. That is fair.
Zabornik perceives that it is raining.
Water from the sky.
That would be a 13 for us.
Yep, okay.
I will not let this happen again.
The rain has really diluted the smell. All you know is that you lose track of it around here. Oops, let's try that again. There we are.
Let me try if I can see.
Why are
Notice
you rolling a
anything.
constitution save? Oh, in case you get angry?
Yeah,
Are you getting angry, Sir Elaine?
very much so.
We have a 20 there.
Alright.
Let's see if I can find. I can pick it up where you couldn't.
Fingers crossed.
Alright. Racer, you have a nose around. You try to put yourself in that mindset. If you were trying to get somewhere without being seen, what would you do? And you start looking down sideways, side paths. You start looking for any sort of clue. And you notice a little bit further on down the road a lone boot.
It looks like they went this way.
I'm just going to kind of charge down there.
Running along.
I won't say running, but more sort of
A
slow,
quick pace walk.
quick-
A brisk
quick
walk.
pace.
Yeah.
Zavornik is still somewhere back here going, wait up, guys! Yep.
Yeah, basically walking as though I'm kind of making myself looking larger as I do so.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Keep the posturing for the ones who kidnapped her.
Yeah, I've got the visor down at this point, so no one can see my face.
Alright.
So it's just like
Yeah,
the wolf head visor.
I would probably notice.
So,
Oh,
you,
you notice, but it's...
you now have a boot. What are you doing with it?
This is going to try and catch the scent again. Since we found the right direction.
Shouldn't we first establish whether that's a or not?
I'm assuming Gez would know Arena's scent.
I'm waiting for your perception.
That is fair. That is absolutely
I was
fair.
going to include it in that perception. As you get close, you get a good sniff of it. That is definitely Arena's boot.
Yes, she
you've-
really needs to wash those feet. I wasn't going to say anything at the time, but, you know.
Alright. And with that, you have a renewed track to follow. And it leads you here.
Let me get. Let me guess. We should probably check the Burgomaster house.
Question for the DM/party. At what point were we informed that this was the Burgomaster's house? Was this during our
It
first
was a
tour?
couple of episodes back.
As would probably know from her time being in around
This is
these
never-
parts of the
Well-
street.
This has never been inside the walls of this place.
It was a couple. It was a couple of weeks back.
Yeah,
we
we
came
know.
to that.
We know it's the Burgomaster house.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, yous were in there.
Yes, but Ez wasn't.
Yeah, true. You could explain that to Ez.
As this is the Burgomaster house. Wouldn't be too surprised if the big beefy guy is in there because now Ross is talking very quietly. It seems like he knows Irina even though he never met her. I don't know how.
Is the daughter of the fellow Burgomaster back in Barovia, the village. Makes sense. Ez is going to turn to Elaine.
The hired hell, the muscle is knows Barovia village.
They're neighbours, in a way. Kind of makes sense, I suppose. But, yeah,
I don't think so because he has a rather creepy affection for her. I
He's
mean,
obsessed.
yeah. Having the
Ez-
toy maker make dolls of her.
Ez's back just straightens up completely. Her face goes very...
Pallor.
And she's like, okay.
It
How much trouble are we going to be in when I burn this entire village to the ground?
Definitely too much.
She will go straight to the front door.
Definitely.
little
Slow.
Alright. As you
as
enter the
don't
grounds
act too
of the
do
Burgomaster's
anything.
mansion,
too irrational.
most of the windows are dark. It's now it's quite a bit past sunset, and it looks like
Well.
the house may have gone to sleep.
Well,
Oh, I can't remember his name.
time for me to use my guild. I check the door, whether or not it's locked and trapped and everything.
The door is locked. Hang on, just gonna get Specky. There we are, in frame.
All right. Now it's no longer locked.
That is true. The door opens. Just let me get that for you. Just let me get that
in
door
order
for
to-
you.
In order to make it
Oh,
open
it's already
very
open.
quietly,
Yeah.
So can anyone remember the guy's name?
Which one?
Big beefy creepy.
Well,
Got
do you?
this music back away.
The guy we're after.
Thought you would.
I didn't want to meet the guy, so I never got his name. But you could roll something like
If you roll an intelligence check,
you know what?
you've no idea. The only thing you remember is a lot of people telling you to avoid him.
I some things.
As you're thinking about it, the name comes to you. Isaac. Serling.
That's actually the name I had in mind. because I didn't take any notes.
So, time for the finding of Isaac.
Yes.
I'm not exactly.
Probably in the cellar then.
As Sterling walks in, he, with his limited vision due to his helm now being on, he kind of hits the door frame and makes a rather loud. He pauses and listen. Don't hear anything.
I think the rain covered you there.
Whatever you do, don't make that much noise. Okay?
At this point, I'm just looking around, trying to figure out where Isaac could be.
Alright. You just go into the entrance hall, and it is a lot neater than the last time you were here. The large bundles of sticks, including the one you brought, they're all gone. So you assume that was what was used to create the large sun that didn't quite burn. You remember the den was here. A dining room was here. That's all you ever saw of the mansion.
Yeah. However, Reister should know a thing or two, and he should have an idea where probably the hired help would sleep. Would probably need a little bit of insight. Okay, it could be any room.
In a house like this, the servants' quarters were usually low.
Ez can find Irina's scent.
Ez is going to get just hold up her arm. She's going to motion for silence. She's going to close her eyes, and she's going to try and either smell or listen out for any kind of noise, or smell rather, that would give her any idea where Irina would be.
Roll perception.
That's going to be just a straight perception. One moment, please. I love Ez. Watch.
You take a deep sniff, and you can smell a number of things. You smell a scent of horse from the boots in the corner. You smell hounds. You smell musk and perfume. But you finally smell the scent of Irina coming from the stairs.
Very quietly, her sword is out at this point now. She's going to, motion her to head towards the stairs, and she's going to.
And, stealthily, I walk up the stairs, trying to avoid creaking steps.
Yeah, I'm going to be back at disadvantage now for stealth, so let's see what happens. Does anyone want to consider? I mean, it depends on the DM. The party helping, or I don't know.
I mean, I could point out the most creaky spots, but that would probably not help too much.
We really shouldn't have sniffed those potions, should we?
Probably not.
This is an important lesson, children.
Okay, I cast Minor Illusion and make the sound of rain a little bit louder. That should help mask the noise.
Well, the sound of the rain is pretty heavy already.
And should find a way to
That's fine.
help disguise the noise.
Do a thunder.
It only helps when it thunders during the creaking.
It only happens when it rains. Players only love you when they're playing.
Okay.
Any idea of where the scent leads to now?
Does Ez need to make another perception? Well, we're going to wait until we get to a junction or something, but Ez is going to very slowly be making a way forward.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
going to point to this door.
That is not a door. That is a picture frame on the wall.
Oh.
Sorry.
Who is it a picture of?
It is a picture of the burgomaster with one of his hounds.
Ez is going to resist the temptation to deface it because she has more important shit to deal with at the moment.
All right.
She gets to here before trying to get another whiff.
Zabornik, however, doodles on a mustache while she walks by.
All right. You did very well.
Ez is going to die in this combat, isn't she?
You smell Irina's scent very strongly, but your ears twitch as you hear, "Leave me alone." Here.
Okay.
Is this a rush-in situation?
No,
Okay.
I want to do something.
It's my only thoughts were.
I would try and open the door quietly.
You want to try that?
Yep.
Or do you want me to try it?
Now I'll do it. Oh, for God's sake.
You should have let me do this!
You put your hand on the door.
Hang on a second. Oh, for God's sake.
Are you trying to intimidate the door?
No, I was planning on doing like a Michael Myers.
Right.
Don't you dare creak!
You put your hand on the door and you prepare to push slowly, but then you realize that the door doesn't move. So you're just glaring at the wood right now.
Right, sir.
Yes,
Be a friend and open this door.
I can surely try. Finicky.
Don't manage to do it.
God damn it.
Listening outside the door, has this little situation called... Basically, has whoever's in the room over here heard all this?
Most likely,
Roll
given the
perception.
commotion.
Oh my gosh, Ez, you beautiful thing.
I can't believe you're succeeding all these.
Either.
The noise that is being made by Sir Elaine and Reister is seemingly being drowned out by the sounds of a scuffle in the inside. You can hear Irina basically saying, "I don't know who you are," and a deep voice responding, "You're staying with me now. We're meant to be together."
Nope. No.
Okay,
nope,
Ez
nope.
full on is going to shove her fist through that door to open it. That door is not
strength
going to
check?
survive.
Roll strength?
Now again, disadvantage.
Sir Elaine is trying to do something.
That would
Yes.
be a 15.
I'd say the
Yeah.
three does be kind of, yeah.
What's the AC of a door?
As Sparta kicks this door open, it rockets open and slams off the wall.
Well,
bonus
everyone's
action.
awake now.
Yeah, sorry. Bonus action. She's lit.
Now I'm just going to charge in.
Sir Elaine, would you mind stepping off of my back?
I tried to
Okay.
get through the door.
Well, give me a moment. I had to see if you woke anyone else up in the house.
And how many people woke up?
Surprisingly, none.
Aww.
Oh,
They had disadvantage with the rain.
Drunks.
Okay,
That is fortunate.
so then, you have slammed this door open, and
we
you
should
can
get a surprise round for a second.
You-
At least Ez should.
do.
Let the
But let me
speed.
do my narration.
Of course. I'm sorry.
As you slam in the door, you see this room is lined with dolls. Each of them with powder white skin and auburn hair. Some of them are dressed beautifully, others plainly. They all look very familiar. They all
They're
look
all
like the woman
Irina.
who is currently bound in the corner as a large, balding man with a hulking, deformed arm turns and snarls at you.
Once again, right, I'm going to go in. I'm going to try and slam him against this bookcase here.
You're going to have to roll strength for that, my friend.
Please let this be good.
Advantage.
You're the one who gets slammed into the wall.
Good night,
Do you
Teddy.
want to be rolling initiative?
Well, just let me get his stats and see how fucked Sir Elaine is.
Yeah, sure. Oh dear.
But, yeah, if you want to roll initiative, I'll pop up the turn order for you and clear it. There you go.
Oh, damn it.
Poor Arena's in the corner now looking extremely frustrated.
And unexpected.
Sorry, I don't know where the initiative is. Oh, here we go. Sorry. It's been a hot minute.
I mean, otherwise I would have tried to take a peek through the door somewhere and try to send a message to Irina
Okay. Just let
to
me get...
distract him so we could get into his back.
Oh, god damn it. I didn't input a sheet for him. Hang on, I have to look him up on the module to get his stat block. I forgot to
No
edit his
problem.
stat block. I could swore I did that. Oh shit! I forgot about that. Ooh dear.
That's a good old shit, I'm sure. That's a wonderful old shit. We'd be so happy.
We'll go with
It's,
that, yeah, sure. So we'll roll initiative for him. Okay, that's 11, so we'll just add a little turn for him.
Well,
And because she's in the room, we'll just roll one for Arena too. Because we all love Arena.
if we manage to get her free,
I just want to point out too, his stealth rolls whenever he was kidnapping Arena were fucking ridiculous. He was rolling up in the 20s constantly.
Jesus.
Nice.
That explains why I didn't know this.
I know! It was just like, surely Ez will see this. It's like, no. Not even Der Cork with his passes of 15 was seeing it. And I was like, no! Don't let this happen.
You, kudos to the DM because that literally threw us. That was very well done.
Alright, so then. So, first off, Sir Elaine attempted to do something silly.
I would call it stupid, but
Yeah. So let's just
She'll
roll
mention
his...
he's practically foaming at the mouth at this point.
yeah.
You attempted to shove him. He is going to
From
grab you
Rice's position.
and shove you back. But he's not the... He rolled very low with that, even with his +4 to strength. Sir Elaine staggers back. As you get one surprise action.
Okay. Ez is going to. Let's see. Is there a way of doing this?
Right, I'm just gonna make myself look as big as I possibly can.
What are you, a cat? He is not impressed. I just want to point out too, this man is much bigger than you. And his right hand is longer than his left and has claws.
But he still has
Is it hairy
both
though?
feet.
It is not hairy, no.
Not even his palms.
You can't see his palms because he's currently, he's got his hands balled up in his fists.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I think. I mean, Ez does not want to get Irina in the line of fire, and while she does, she is concerned about Elaine. I think she's going to go with a flanking bonus. She's going to move away around here. And let's see. We're going to go with... think she's going to, instead of using the Kapesh, very quietly under her breath, she's just going to whisper, Dracarys! Energy beam.
What?
Well, here's the thing. That's not the attack roll. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw. And I think I wrote down what he needs to beat. He needs to beat...
12.
At least 12, yeah.
Ooh. Okay, hang on. Just let me get something very important here. I should have had this
Set out
prepared.
to a lane, didn't I?
I'm saying nothing just yet. I just have to get something to show on the stream very fucking quickly. Okay. So that was a nat 1 with a low severity. How much damage you gonna do to him? Is that 9?
Yes, it's going to be 9 fire damage.
Ooh, fire. Interesting.
This has decided, fire's the way to go for this guy.
You just want to burn him because he's been a bad boy?
And maybe low-key burn this entire house down, but,
Okay. So he is now currently down on one knee because you managed to catch him entirely by surprise with that. I should put that on a title card. Just that whenever, so I can just get it to fade in on the screen whenever it happens. Anyway, so we are now in the combat turn order. Reister. Ez just Spartan kicked through the door and ran inside. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, hold on. I'm pretty sure
Zvonek has 14.
Yeah, but
did
we
you
got 12.
refresh the turn
Oh,
order
shoot. Sorry.
so that
Zvonek.
they're ordered by initiative?
There you go.
First, going to ask which direction is the guy facing right now?
At the moment, he was facing Sir Elaine and then just got shot in the back by Ez, so he's currently kneeling down facing Elaine.
That fits very well because now Zabornik is pissed off too because she can't stand creeps like this. So she just kind of rushes in
Everybody's shoving me around today.
and uses what she's always used in situations like this, which is her frying pan.
Yes!
Donk.
Alright, you come in and you baseball bat swing that frying pan and crack him on the head. That does hit.
Oh, only 2.
You do hear the metallic gong as it smacks, however, and you feel the impact. But you also see his head kind of turning to look at you like the Valve logo just...
I have made a mistake, but I have no regrets.
Are you going to do anything else?
Let me think.
Can you prepare your M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah, I think that's what she's gonna do.
Alright. Okay.
Shaniqua.
Are you doing that on the strange staff or your normal quarterstaff?
The normal one out of habit.
Okay. So you now have a shiny stick on your back. It is Arena's turn. And she is going to try and gnaw through her bonds.
Try sleight of hand.
Just let me do this very quick. There we go.
At least I didn't kill her this time.
She pulls a tooth out of her face.
Oh my gosh.
Basically trying to get a good grip with her teeth to bite the rope, but she catches her tooth and just... she's like, now going... So, no escape for Arena this turn.
Instead,
So
she
Renee,
hurt herself.
Well,
pretty much. She rolled a
gonna say
96
he's,
on severity.
oh, Christ.
At least
gonna
I
say,
didn't shoot her this time.
Yet.
You say Creepy's looking towards Zabornak right now, isn't he?
Yes.
I take out my sword, hold it about 6 inches from his eyes, and then activate Sacred Weapon.
Ooh.
Oh, you want to...
As I do so, I growl, "You will look into the light!"
you
Well,
attempting
that's an
to
intimidation
intimidate him,
technique.
or are you going to attack him?
I'm going to use smite. Level 1 smite, so that's no spell slots left. And I'm going to try and take off his larger arm.
Ooh.
So his longsword, two-handed.
Alright.
So that's 17. So that's roll.
That's
do I roll damage?
That is a 23. You are flanking, so you get advantage.
Oh,
Actually,
so-
no. Wait, you're still exhausted.
Roll
No, it doesn't count on
straight
attacks.
Yeah.
Never mind. It doesn't count on attacks. It's only ability checks. So you're fine. Yeah,
Right.
you managed to hit him.
That's 5,
For-
and I roll 2d8s.
Ooh,
It's 10.
10 whole damage.
Yep.
Okay, so that's that many now. I'm gonna
And
need
do
a
we
longer
get
help
super
bar.
intimidation as well?
You can try.
I think he's
Oh,
now at
God.
this disadvantage, so
He just kind of
Right, so-
sneers at you. It's like,
Sephi should have advantage in this case, actually. Because the other guy's hurt and blinded.
yeah, that's a nat one though.
Yeah, okay.
There's really not much you can do that's severely wrong on this.
Alright, yeah.
He just kind of snarls at you. It's just like, don't get involved in private matters.
You took Irina. It became my matter.
Alright. Reister, you're up.
Well, looks like since everyone's already inside, to rush inside as well. And, with my silvered short sword held, not attacking, I'm trying to do a little bit of intimidation myself. You will let her go, or you will lose not only your arm, but also your life, and no one wants that.
First
Do you
sentence was
agree?
enough.
He snarls at you. No,
Really?
she's mine!
Well, she is not yours to keep. And I bring down the short sword on the arm that has already taken a little bit of damage.
Okay. Ooh, look at that. That hits. 10 points of damage. Alright.
Well, look at that. Already lost your arm.
It's not the first time!
Maybe we should try your
Will
head.
be the last.
Alright. So he is going to stand. And he is going to pull the battle axe from his back. He is going to swing first at. Reister.
Yes.
Shit. I really wish I had imported his stat block. This would be easier. Plus. That is
He's gonna hit,
20
most likely.
25 to hit.
Yeah, he beats that armor class, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so he hits you there, and he does. Where's my d8? 2d8. 8. 7. Shit, so that's 15. That's 19 points of slashing damage.
Oh my god.
Oh, Christ.
Good thing I still have 8 points left.
Yep.
You're sandwiched between two healers, so you know.
He's
Yeah,
then
Yeah.
going to
I've only
turn
got-
and attempt to attack Sir Elaine with 10.
I have 18.
Yeah, so he misses that.
At least I took the brunt.
He's vicious.
You can just hear growling coming from inside my helmet at this point.
Ez, what you gonna
This
do?
is possibly, yeah. This might be the calmest you've ever seen Ez. She's just got her one eye locked on the back of this guy's head, And yeah, she's just going to. I think. Yeah, I think what she's going to do is she looks like she's about to use the Kapesh, but then she like holds up her left hand to her temple for a moment. She's going to expend the last 2 of her little special points, and she's going to take. Yeah, she's going to. This is the first time you've ever seen this happen, by the way. Her free hand forms back into its lichen form.
Ooh.
And she's going, yeah. And let me just see if I can link the thing. But she's going to use her bestial claws, wing at him. And because I'm assuming
13 does not hit.
damn it. That was the last thing she could do there with that, unfortunately. So she's basically expanded that, but you know,
you swipe with your
action,
claws,
probably.
but all you do is manage to snag his all you manage to do is destroy his cloak.
Good. And just under her breath, she's going to calm this saying Celestial to intimidate a corpse, and that's her turn.
To intimidate a corpse?
The implication being, this guy's gonna die.
I see.
He's going to kill this person.
Okay.
That's it.
Back to the top of the round. Zabornik.
So Zabornik figures that it would probably best to neutralize the weapon he was arena with, and uses her staff to try to get him right between the legs.
Are you aiming for a nut shot?
Yes.
I'm afraid you miss.
Dang it.
Jesus Christ. I love these names. Every week he comes up with a new damn name.
Not only every week, every time he uses. Yeah. Shillelagh is cast. It's a new staff of some.
Jesus.
It is. Gotta keep it interesting.
So, despise the big brass balls on this man, you miss. Are you going to do anything else?
So this was my action, so I cannot do any healing. Still gonna use Vicious Mockery.
Oh,
Hopefully not on me.
and here I thought I would have to aim this low, but apparently I have to search around for those.
Thanks? No, he doesn't say that. He just snarls at you.
Does it work?
Let's see. What is his wisdom? Surprising.
I forgot.
Nat
I just forgot
20.
I get 2 attacks.
What?
Oh,
I'm afraid that is a nat 20.
My God!
Christ.
Why do you roll so good for Isaac but roll so shit for Arena? It's the same dice!
I just Nicola, I just remembered I should have attacked twice last round.
I'm sorry, it's a bit late now.
I know,
You can
it's
do that
late
next
now.
time. So, it is
I've got
Arena's
4
turn.
slots left.
I demand
Arena,
you
try slide of hand instead. Instead of gnawing your way out, you're no beaver.
She manages to do it this time, though. Her hands are now free. And she gets to her feet. And she looks to Elaine. Give me Squeaky! Give me something!
I pass
You
Squeaky to her.
cannot do that until your turn.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that is now your turn.
Okay, I pass Squeaky to her.
That is your bonus action, though.
Okay,
Got that
and I
reinforced
just
turnover on that.
lift my sword, and this time I try and go for straight through his shoulder.
Okay, then. Roll it.
Okay.
That hits.
22. That's 3. and I'm going to bring it up, and this time I'm going to try and dig it back into the same wound, trying to go for his neck.
Okay. That hits.
24. That's a 7.
So that's 10 in total. You're doing damage to him in increments of 10. It's hilarious.
And as I bury it in, I just go, "Do you want to die?"
I've
Roll
already
intimidation for
died.
that. This time it will be permanent.
He just laughs at you.
And this is just getting me more and more.
Riled up.
Yeah.
Okay then. Reister.
Not out yet. Silver short sword to the face.
Sure. Try it.
Tried.
That does not hit, I'm afraid. You want to try something else? Or are you going to use any bonus actions?
Let me have a think. I'm gonna try intimidation again.
Okay.
Nope. You will not stop. You. Ow. You will not take us down. Ow.
Also, point of order. Doesn't Elaine have 2 attacks, or was one of the attacks spent giving Arena squeak shanks?
No, he did get 2 attacks.
No, I use
Two attacks.
Oh, I apologize. I
It's okay.
apologize.
He used his bonus
strike-
action to throw Squeaky over.
Only thing is, the only thing you can do if you strike me down, I will return stronger. So go ahead, give it a shot.
Then I'll just be sure to burn you and scatter the ashes.
That won't help.
In fact, why don't I do that now? He holds up his clawed hand to you.
Hang on.
Hang on. Okay, there we are. And he clicks his fingers.
Oh.
Doesn't really work, unfortunately.
That is 18 to hit with a ranged target. So, any could you see the attack
hit.
target me? Okay. Oh, it's a disadvantage.
How did
Alright,
I-
let's see with a disadvantage.
How dead am I?
He actually, with the disadvantage, he misses. Fire erupts in front of you as Sir Elaine's shield catches it. And he snarls at you. So, you'd have been fucked. However, Elaine, what's your shield? Is it wood or metal?
It's wood, I think.
It's now on fire.
Put it out on him.
I was going to say I want to just smack him in the face with it while it's still on fire.
Speaking of fire, Ez.
Hello. Okay. A brief question. When Isaac used that fire ability, did that seem familiar to us? Is there anything in there that would give her any insight into what he is?
You would have to roll. What would you have to roll for
Wisdom?
that?
Inside?
Okay. Insight?
Yeah.
Okay. No problem. That's a 20.
Oh.
You see that the arm he used to snap his fingers does not match the rest of his body. And he spoke earlier on about having lost an arm once. So this is not his original arm. And it seemingly has given him some sort of power.
Okay.
Leave that thing off.
Okay. Yeah, Ez is going to use her attack since she's out of options at the moment. She's going to take her Kapesh and she's going to do her best She's going to do her best hack job. Well, 14. No.
I'm afraid because you're... Actually, 14. Meets it, beats it.
Yes!
You hit him.
So,
So that
4
is...
regular damage plus 4, 5, that's 6 damage.
6 damage. Oh look, he's now into only double digits of health.
The hell?
I'm joking.
Squeak.
I'm joking.
You monster.
Oh, kind of a benevolent DM and we love you.
Are you doing anything else?
Just briefly, look over to Irene and say, fucking kill him. That's it.
You can see Arena look... Actually, you know what? Roll me a very quick perception check.
Yeah, sure, okay. Perception. Let's just say it's normal perception. For this. Disadvantage or...
This would be with sight, so... Perception, okay. You...
18.
Okay. Thought I heard the cat out the window. Okay then. You can see she is fucking furious. There is intent in her eyes that you have never seen before. She looks like she is going to kill someone.
That's it.
Zabornik.
The Barnick is gonna look over at Drystar, sigh a little bit, and use healing word.
What the fuck happened to you? Okay. You get 5 points of healing.
And I think that's my allotment of actions for now.
Okay. And it is Arena's turn. It's an awakened Squeaky. Real quick, could you confirm for me Squeaky's stats?
It's 1 plus 4 piercing.
So 4 to hit. Okay. 4. She hits him. Actually, she gets... No, actually. Wait. Math. She misses, but she does get advantage. Let's try that again. Keep the dice on the table. Nope. She cannot get through his armor. And she is going to go... Fucking die! That's the first time you've heard her swear, by the way. Certainly.
I raise the longsword again, having dropped my shield, and go for another two-handed strike.
You truly don't want to set him on fire?
No, I just
15
want to
hits?
cleave his head off at this point. That's 5, and I attack again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go for his neck again. It's 3.
3. Okay. You're aiming for his neck, but every time you try, he brings up his twisted arm, or he tries to parry with his battle axe, so you're not getting the full weight of the strike on him. You're doing damage, but you can't get enough purchase to actually cleave like you want to.
I just look to Rystar and just go, take his head.
I would rather take his arm first, but I get your sentiment.
Also, Sorlane, your arm is getting very hot.
I throw the shield at him.
Are you going to do that as a bonus action?
Yeah,
That will lower your AC as you're technically removing your shield.
that's fine. What do I have to...
Roll strength because it's a heavy object. He doesn't manage to get out of the way in time, and the shield thuds against his chest.
And since the shield is on fire,
Yeah, shield's on fire.
his clothes are getting set up.
His already tattered cloak starts to smoulder, but the fire wasn't in contact with him long enough to actually set him on fire, as the shield is now at the floor.
Okay, was that knock my armor class down to?
It takes off 2 off your AC, so you're down to 16.
Okay.
Okay,
And you can't shield me anymore.
that is true. You no longer have your shield, so you cannot use your protection reaction. However,
You know what?
there's now no more active flames on your shield, it's just smouldering. So you can pick that up next turn. Reister,
Who is Isaac focused on right now?
the man who tried to cut his head off.
Good, because that allows me sneak attack.
It does.
And the inquiry. Well, I'm taking my... Yeah, I'm taking my longsword and use it two-handed.
That
Anyone
hits.
hits?
That hits. Ooh, 7 damage.
Another 7. And I go for his head as well, trying to find a place where Sirlane has already loosened the muscles.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say again, you're not gonna decapitate him while he still has health, but I appreciate you trying. So, again, keep aiming for his neck, and he seems to be onto your game now, so he has his battle axe high. But even then, the force of your attack with your 2 hands, you manage to slice him in the shoulder. He's now glaring at you, just snarling. Fine.
Have at it.
I'll show you how to wield a weapon! Oh shit.
Did he just roll a that one?
Or
On
20.
that 20.
Yeah, I've moved the camera towards it. That is a nat 20. So, 27.
Which one, Reister?
Okay, so...
So how dead am I?
7... 11... 26 points of slashing damage.
26. Oh, I'm very dead.
Reister has been cleaved. He's just slammed his battle axe into your chest and you crumple. However, Ez is doing a little bit of voodoo. You get to swipe, make a dying attack, so would you like to roll with your sword?
Still two-handed or one-handed? No.
I would say one-handed, because you're currently nearly in 2.
Oh.
Not one.
Let me just roll for severity.
Yep.
Boy,
Alright.
oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Low severity.
He tries to bring his sword up, but the muscles in his hand fail and the sword clatters to the ground at Zabornik's feet as Reister crumples. He is now unconscious. Isaac now gets a second turn. And he's going to aim for Zabornik. Uh, 21.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely above my armor class.
3. Jesus Christ, stop rolling high! That's 14 points of damage. Slashing damage.
Okay, I'm still in business. With 8.
This man's a monster. Okay, Ez! This guy's just went on a rampage. What you gonna do about it?
How? Oh boy. Ez is not. 99% focused on killing him, but she is aware fucked Zabornak is. Genuine question. Should Ez use her action to heal Zabornak for just 5 points of health, or should she just try and cleave this fucker in two?
Get the fucker dead.
Yeah.
Because he can kill Zbornak in one hit even with the 5 additional points.
Yeah. Yeah, Ez is just going to, with advantage. Well, no, it's going to be a normal roll because. So we're going to go with the dash. Please don't fuck me, dice. Fuck you.
She would have advantage. Lane is.
Well, no. The reason she doesn't have advantage is because she should have disadvantage. They cancel each other out, so it's a straight roll, and the straight roll fucked me.
Oh wait, you don't get the disadvantage because the exhaustion doesn't count on attack rolls. It's only ability checks.
Okay, right, awesome. Oh, well, I will try one more go. Please don't fuck me.
I will let you do that.
Oh,
There you go.
That should do a little bit of the trick.
Yeah, so that's 7 points of damage. Math, my greatest enemy. There we go. Okay. Are you doing any bonus actions?
Don't think I have any bonus actions that are really going to help the situation. My other special stuff is screwed, and I guess all I can do is really hold on to my reactions. So when Zabornak gets killed, then she can at least try and have a bonk him with a frying pan as she collapses.
Or use chocolate stick.
Alright.
That's pretty much it.
Her churro.
Speaking of the chocolate stick, it's your go, Zabornak.
Let me get it straight. It wouldn't be any use to try to heal Rystar right now?
That's up to you.
With minus 13, I wouldn't say so.
Healing always starts at 0.
Yes, I know, but
So,
still. It would just bring him up and down again, so...
I'm going to
Rystar has a turn before, so I'm actually going to do that. Zabornak is going to be like,
Gods of the wild, help me get over this idiotic selflessness.
and that's 5 again.
Alright. Rystar is now at 5. God, I already saw the light.
I'm just hoping I
Thank
get
you.
what I want on this next turn.
Oh, actually, as a bonus action, Zabornak is going to retreat into her shell.
Okay.
Increasing your AC.
Oh yeah, she gets a big increase in her AC for that.
I should get one of those myself.
Okay.
And you can still use Thingy as well, which is mockery.
And I wonder if she can actually hold out the staff as well.
Pulls out her hand, middle finger raised.
Such mystique.
Yep. Zabornak always a classy lady. Okay. So, first off, Irina is going to use her bonus action to rifle in her pouch and throw something at Rystar. Rystar, make a quick dex check.
A dex save or a regular dex?
Check. Regular dex. Alright, you have caught a potion of healing. And Irina is going to use her action to attack. Because she is fucking pissed. She misses.
Pissed.
She's going to use her action surge ability, and that's a hit. And she does... Ooh, max damage. Sweet. So she does 8 points of damage.
Nice.
So she just kind of gets him in the thigh.
And Squeaky's on her shoulder.
Okay, so that is math. Okay, that many. Okay. Serling.
Right, use my bonus action to pick up my shield. And while I'm down there, I take my longsword with both hands and lift it straight up between his legs.
Jesus. Alright.
Everyone's going for the nut shot. Right?
Oh, I hope this works. Please let this work with 2 attacks. 14.
Meets it or beats it.
25 actually.
I want you
Come
to...
on, you get advantage.
That is true, you are flanking, I'm sorry. So that's 2 points of slashing damage. I would like you, before you can... Actually, yeah, go ahead and roll that again. What's your damage?
That's 7.
7 points in total. Roll me a percentile dice, please.
Okay, percentile dice.
Does he fall forward, backwards, left or right?
He is now on his knees, cupping his tenders. He's dropped his battle axe.
I like to imagine the second attack as like him having sunken the sword in and then twisted it.
Well, the first attack, he brought the battle axe down to deflect it, but you managed to knock the battle axe loose. The second attack, you hit home, and he's now just on the ground going...
And I'm just kind of holding my sword in position. And I look at Rystar and go, take his head off.
I'll try.
Or I'll split him.
Okay, Reister?
Since I dropped the long sword, being
Hang on a second,
kind
just need
of dead, I'm
22 intimidation?
God damn it, bloody.
no, that would be 6 because
Okay.
because you're still exhausted.
Oh, good point.
Okay.
Very courageous.
This is because we are mature people. Alright, so
Yeah.
you have action and bonus action. Remember, you can use a potion on yourself for a bonus action.
I will take the potion of healing.
So that is 1d4 plus 4.
Hang on.
Oh, Dennis, you know I'm a child.
That's 6 points of healing.
Okay.
That should...
Funnily enough, I had to prove to a social worker recently that I was a responsible adult and able to look after a foster kid for a weekend.
And since I don't have the time to pick up my longsword necessarily, I'm going to go with my short sword.
Okay. So you're just gonna pull that out and attack, and yeah, that hits.
And since he's not focused on me, that would actually work.
Also,
Okay.
he's on the floor holding his balls, so...
So that's 2 and 3, that's 5 points of damage.
And yeah, I don't get the bonus, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get the extra ones because you didn't get the nat 20, I'm afraid. You don't have anyone to help you
Yeah,
out.
but I would still get the 5. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
And instead of my move action, I pick up my longsword.
Okay.
This guy can't have much left.
Sir Lane, could you make me a strength save, please?
Someone's trying to grapple you.
I'm afraid not. The man ahead of you who shoots to his feet and his clawed hand shoots out and grabs you by the neck and pins you to the wall behind you. He's then going to use his second action to punch you in the stomach.
I'm back at 18, remember?
Yeah, but he gets advantage because you're grappled.
Oh, damn it.
And it's also +7, so it's 14 plus 7, so yeah. He punches you in the gut, but it's an unarmed strike, and it's with his normal hand, so it does 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Now I just look at him through the hole in the helmet and just go, is that all you can do?
I'll squeeze your head like a grape! Ez.
As very calmly behind this thing is going to murmur to herself, that's a very good idea. And she's gonna basically, again, you know, she's gonna take a swing with the Kapesh. It's advantage, so we
19 hits.
19.
So that is 6 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
You slash him in the back, and he winces and nearly drops Sir Elaine, but not quite. But he is bleeding heavily, and now you can start to hear him. He's breathing really heavily.
Problems?
Alright. Is that you done?
Ez is going to look to Zabornak and Irina. He's yours, ladies.
Zabornak.
She would take a full turn to get out of her shell. I think she's going to start that now, but in the meantime, she's going to shout out.
Hey, does it smell like syphilis blood all of a sudden?
Well, considering a lot of that blood on the floor currently is Reister's.
Hang on.
He feels it anyway.
That is. Okay. Hang on. No, I would have to do a wisdom save, but still, I notice it's not directed at me.
Alright, he fails the check and he just snarls and seemingly increases the pressure on Sir Elaine's windpipe. Are you...
Irina, if you'd be so kind.
Okay. Let's see. How strong are you, Irina?
How about you shove it in there? How about you shove it in where he's already bleeding, and twist it a little. That should loosen his back.
She does it.
Instead, actually, what she's going to do is she is going to kick him very hard in the knee, in the back of the knee. So he collapses and releases Sir Elaine. Elaine, you are no longer grappled.
Okay.
And he is prone.
So he has double disadvantage.
Pretty much. She just basically knocked him on her ass. Knocked him on his ass. There we are. Because I can use words. Sir Elaine, you are free.
I just look down at him and bring my sword back down onto his groin.
Jesus Christ.
How do you do that when his arse is in the air?
18
But
hits.
he fell backwards.
He fell backwards. He fell on his arse.
Oh,
Basically, Irina just booted him in the back of the knee, so his legs gave out from under him.
I follow that up again.
Okay. So that is
That's
6
9.
and 3, so that is 9.
And I'm just not even bothering controlling myself. I'm just hacking away.
He's thrown up his arms to try and catch your strikes, but your blade is biting deep into his arms to the point where you've nearly severed his left hand.
I just look to Rice and just go, you wanted to take his arm? Go on.
Oh. I want to take so much right now. After all, who brought me to the brink of death? And with that, I bring down my long sword. Again, a two-handed strike.
Meets it, it beats it.
Since he wasn't looking.
Alright. So, you decide you're going to take Sir Elaine's advice from earlier in the fight, and while he's focusing on defending himself from the paladin, you bring your sword down heavily on his neck, severing it from his shoulders. The
I'm
body
assuming
falls limp.
also coating Gez in an arterial spray of blood.
Yes.
Ez
Sorry
just
about
stands there.
that.
She just like calmly watches the head roll while it's still spurting blood all over her.
We wouldn't want to be the ones to clean up this mess.
And
Irina, are you okay?
Irina is currently kicking the corpse repeatedly.
Okay.
I'm on my knees, sort of supporting myself up on my sword.
You injured Irina.
No, I'm not. Just punctuating each word with a kick.
Arena,
What?
thank you.
Right.
Ez will lean forward and heals the Bornak for 5.
Thank you, dearie.
Stretch out your other arm to Arena. We should go quietly.
I know.
Go fast.
We should probably trash this room.
I think
Did
we've
it seem
trashed
like
it
a
enough.
Oh,
Kind of looks
true.
around. The shelves over here are cracked and all the dolls are littering the floor.
True. To be honest, I wouldn't mind setting the dolls ablaze.
Let's not burn the house down if we don't know if there are children.
But, yeah. Should probably stealthily make our way out here.
As you turn to leave, Irina grabs Sir Lane by the arm. I wasn't the only prisoner. There's someone else here.
What?
Down the hall. I heard him. Isaac
I'm
was
just kind of,
playing with him earlier.
my eyes just kind of like, I'm not with it at all.
What?
Where's the way, Arena?
Okay, she gives one last kick to the corpse and then moves out of the room as quietly as she can. It's a small miracle that those people kept rolling so bad to wake up.
Mm-hmm. This is directly behind Irina, and the flame on the sword is still on, so there is a light source.
Oh,
Over there.
eyes are still hurting.
She motions to this door.
I'm still there, by the way.
Sorry, dude. Perception check at the door to see what Ez can smell and or hear.
Yeah, sure. Roll perception.
Boop.
You smell blood.
Elaine?
A lot of blood. You don't know whether it's
Yeah.
coming from the room around you or your clothes.
Just
Sorry
to
about that.
Meister asking if he can open the door.
Let me check if the door's trapped or anything.
You don't see any traps. You don't see any wires or marks or anything that would give that away.
Well, in that case, let me try opening it.
Okay. You're able to wriggle through the door, but it's a really simple lock, and it pops open.
Well, and then, of course, quietly opening the door.
Okay. Inside, you see a man chained to the wall with heavy iron manacles. He looks up at you, and his face is just flush with fear. He looks like he had been beaten harshly.
Don't worry. We're not here to hurt.
Who are you? His words sound slurred because you realise it's because his jaw is just swollen out.
Let me do a little bit of a perception check to see what state he's in.
He's been beaten. To see how severely, you would have to roll a medicine check.
Let's try that. Pretty beaten. That's all I can infer.
Yeah,
Most
from what
likely.
you confer that this man has probably been here for a bit as a guest of the burgomaster.
What have you done to me here?
Ez is going to suggest to Reister to unchain him, and also going to motion to Zabornak to, get past her in arena. Zabornak might be able to help the guy out.
What have you done to deserve a place in here? God damn it, those manacles!
This
No,
may help.
you're not able to get them out.
Hang on.
Well, Zabornik is first going to try to heal the guy up a bit so that he can help.
Hang on.
I'm trying to find his little block. Where is it? There.
Maybe. Yeah, let me.
Still nearly down the room, by the way.
Yeah, Ez is she's kind of torn at the moment, trying to follow Irina and
Arena has
Elaine.
stopped at the end of the hallway. You can see she's basically just keeping a lookout.
I'm going to put one hand on her shoulder and just whisper, "We're right here." And Ez is going to go and Elaine is okay.
Let me see if I can.
Can't tell if statement or question.
Yeah. Yeah. Ez is while Reister and Zabornak are in the other room and Arena's on watch, she's going to Elaine.
This
That
part,
should do.
I lean forward and just drive my fist straight into Isaac's chest, and then alternate between the two.
Okay. This is going to keep one ear out, see if anybody's waking up while he's doing that. She's not going to stop him. She's just going to watch him.
Okay.
While they're doing that, Rice is gathering his wits and trying it again, and I would say he's.
Yeah. You got a better feel for the lock this time around, and you managed to pop it open.
There, you're free now.
Thank you. Help me get out of here. I have to get home.
Who are you, anyway?
My name's Udo. I was a shoemaker in the town.
And why were you here?
Let's just say I disagree with the Baron's policies and may have been a little bit foolish, showing my dislike.
Let me guess. You didn't smile when you said everybody has to grin like an idiot.
I held up a sign saying we should feed the Baron to the wolves during the Wolves' Head Jamboree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do. So
Yeah, it was a very...
can't fault you for the idea, though.
Yeah,
Have my respect for it.
Oh, and with that, I step out and make my way down here.
Zabornik is
Same.
going to help him a little bit.
I'm still pounding on this body, but I want to know if I managed to hear that.
I would say because you're currently in a slight blood rage, and considering he's down in a different room, you didn't hear that.
Right.
Again, I'm standing outside the door and I'm using message for Sir Lane. If you could stop with that, I would greatly appreciate it. We have to get moving.
Do you have any oil?
Do you really want to set the place fire?
No. I'll drag him outside and do it.
We don't have time for this. We have to go.
You know he's heavy.
I don't care.
Ez, I don't care if you have to slap him. We have to go.
So lean forward and she'll basically calmly reach forward and hold onto Elaine's wrists. I'm assuming this is going to be a strength check.
If he resists you.
Is this going to be... So, here's the question. Since we both have disadvantage, can I expedite this with just a straight strength check?
Yeah.
That's,
Are
yeah.
you going to try and resist this, Erling?
I think if Ez said something celestial, he probably wouldn't resist.
Okay. In that case, she's going to lean forward and say, "You did good."
I'll just kind of calm down at that point.
Is his helmet on at the moment?
Yeah, helmet's still, visor's still down. So it's still
Okay.
got like the wolf's head, snarling.
She'll just stare at Elaine intently for a moment and just lead him out by the wrist.
Okay.
Arena, we have to go.
I know. Let's just get out of here.
Right, can I just say Dennis the player is so tempted to just scoop up the head.
Sorry, I accidentally grabbed Zerlene. I'm trying to grab Spiky. Well, that is up to you, Dennis the player.
Do you want us to do that?
Would Ez do that?
You have to ask. Yeah, she's got in one hand Elaine's arm, the other.
Isaac said.
At this point now, if you are trying to beat a hasty retreat in the House of the Death, could you all roll stealth checks for me?
Yes, would you mind letting go of the
Advantage for
evidence?
us.
Yeah, Sir Lane's enraged.
What the fuck?
Less enraged and more just in like in a trance.
Oh
At
no!
this point.
Zbornik rolled to 16.
Yeah, luckily she doesn't have disadvantage.
Oh, shit.
Or else she'd be going through the floor, or at least find some metal to knock down some stairs or something. Okay. So Elaine is just kind of trudging heavily behind Ez. Udo is going quite well. Despite his injured state and the fact that he is wearing nothing but a goddamn loincloth. And Arena did surprisingly well. You make your way out. However, you do hear from over here. Ludo.
I just sort of do like
Speed up.
Udo
I
just
sort of
kind
do
of.
like the
But
Udo leans in and hisses, "We have to go, we have to go, we have to go."
Elaine, sorry, Seth, you wanted to try and do something as we were going past?
Oh no, I was just doing like a serial killer slow head turn towards where the noise is coming from.
Ez is literally doing the mirror. You know, do you remember that scene from when they first introduced Spike and Drusilla? You know, like
Yes.
the mirror head turn. Basically that, and Ez would like to use her animal handling. Nick is still up.
Arena is also going to grab Sir Elaine by the hand. Please, we have
well.
to go. We just broke in to the house of the most powerful man in the town and murdered someone. We have to go.
Udo, move.
You don't need to tell him twice. He is literally going as quickly as his injured body will take him.
Arena, move.
After you, but not far after you.
As you reach the top of the stairs, you hear a door open near the end of the corridor.
Time
And
for us to leg it.
Action, I think.
Run.
and you hear
I would say
the barking
point
get
dash.
louder.
Yeah, dashing.
Okay.
Yeah, this is running now. That's abandoned the stealth.
Okay, stop
Yeah.
moving so I can
Arena.
take you downstairs, please.
Run away!
You're
Run
back.
away!
If I can select you all, that would be nice. There we are. There we are. So now downstairs.
And we run.
Yeah.
And we get the hell out.
Okay.
Really, do you have to keep that evidence?
Basically, as a free action, as is running out of the door, the idea was I was going to just stick it on the front door, you know, like, the spikes on the gates or something. But if there's a risk of us being seen, I'm just going to, freehand it back through the front door.
Well, which one are you going to try to do?
Okay, so as Ez is charging out, does it look like people could see us as we're...
Like
would
a
Ez be
shadow.
noticed?
There are currently no lights out the front of the house, bar a lone shielded torch on the main road, which is away from the gates. So right now, the front yard is shrouded in darkness.
Well, as the children say, YOLO swag, let's do this. And as she's charging through the front door, the gates and everything, is going to try and, impale Isaac's head on the spike.
Roll me a quick strength.
Okay.
See if you can get the full
straight
thing on
one
there.
or disadvantage?
I'm afraid it is going to be a check, so it will be a disadvantage. Disadvantage.
It's a disadvantage, okay.
Alright.
Disadvantage.
You slam dunk this head straight on the spike with a satisfying as you sprint out to the street.
I miss playing basketball.
As you get out to the street, Udo looks at you and basically says, "Thank you, but I have to get home." And he starts trotting
Let you
as quickly as he can.
get caught again.
He starts trotting as quickly as he can up to the north. Where do you guys go?
We should
Is the
probably
rain
find-
heavy enough to wash off all the gore?
You would need to give it a little bit of help, but you could, yes.
Okay. I think that before they get into an area where it's full of people, Ez is going to at least try and scrub off as much of the, the blood and shit that she's already...
Roll
No,
me
to be honest.
a quick investigation.
Okay, disadvantage... okay. Haha!
No.
I'm gonna give you a little go over.
Alright.
The same with rivers.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
As you watch Ez trying to catch rainwater and wash the gore off her face, you look around and you notice that there's actually a rain barrel next to a house a little bit further down the street.
Yes. That's way more useful.
Okay. And literally shoves her head in the barrel.
Right.
She'll point out I'm still slightly catatonic at this point.
Sir Elaine. Move.
I'm sort of slowly trudging forward.
Irina, do you mind pulling him along?
Yeah, Irina
Seems
just
a little-
basically has you by the hand now and is leading you as she squelches unevenly, barefoot in the mud.
That reminds me. That reminds me, here's your boot.
Oh, thank you. I took it off and tried to beat him with it. It didn't work.
Well, as we've seen, it takes a lot of work to do that. By the way, any of you have a change of clothes?
In my pack.
Yeah, we should probably change. The dogs will get the scent of those clothes. So we should make certain they are gone.
Roll me a quick intelligence check.
Okay. Intelligence. Does that count as a saving throw?
No regular
no,
intelligence.
regular. However, you can take this with advantage, so go straight normal.
Okay, thank you. It's fine.
Your head is underwater. You didn't hear what he said.
Like I say, when Rystar says the dogs, I just sort of slowly turn back towards Burgermeister's house.
Yes, exactly those dogs.
Let them come.
Not now. He might still be useful to us.
I take
At
it
this
you're
point,
walking
Ez
and
is
talking
out
at this
of the
point.
pocket.
Yeah.
They say no one's
I
concerned
don't
about.
know.
They say no one's at all concerned by the sudden change in voice.
Oh, Rice is concerned.
No time to be concerned.
But he is not going to let this get to him right now.
She basically has one hand on Elaine's back, and she's just muttering in celestial. Later. Now we move.
Okay. These are currently
Um,
standing at the crossroads outside the now closed toy shop. Where do you go?
Well, we should probably hide behind the toy shop, change our clothing, and then.
Elaine?
He's
Pardon?
Just say it's like we're in the rain. Do we want to strip off and change into fresh clothes that are going to get actually.
We
also
want to throw the dogs off our scent.
If they find our clothes, they're probably going to be able to identify them.
Ez, make another
Yes.
intelligence check with advantage.
Okay, please, Lord.
Alright. From your will form, when he says he doesn't want the dogs to track their scent, you remember trying to track something in heavy rains before, and that hides the scent, especially with so much churned mud.
Okay, so what is Ez going to do with this information? She's going to
Rice is already.
So he's already half undressed, basically.
Not yet. He's starting to pull on his clothes.
As tempting as that is, Ez is going to be like, no, it's fine. Dogs can't tell us. They won't be able to find us this way.
Still, we should get you out of these blood-soaked clothes sooner than later.
Probably a good idea.
We'll leave a little bit of a bad look on you. Maybe we have some. I have something in my.
We need to move.
Agreed.
Yes, agreed. Move.
Okay.
Basically, Ez is gonna, and all the way through this, Ez has one hand on the back, one hand on the small of Elaine's back, and she's just like guiding him. With the rest of it.
Which direction do you go? You could go back out towards the road, or you could head through the houses.
I would head through the houses.
Okay.
It should be where we are expected to be at this hour.
So, which direction?
I don't know if Ez is in the lead or not, but if she was, then she would head towards the tavern where they had rooms last time she was here.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
Same. Also, what you notice is Reister's left hand is holding something.
Okay. You get.
He's carrying something in his left hand.
Is it Isaac's left hand? Sorry.
No, his own left
No, we left that
hand.
behind. You think we are lunatics?
Says the woman who just slam dunked a head on a spike. But to carrying a severed hand, ooh, that's too much. Even though she literally did that joke earlier in the campaign, earlier in the session.
Oh, it wasn't a joke. She still has the wolf soul.
Also, quick, everybody roll stealth.
Okay.
You're crossing a main road which has guards on it.
Advantage, disadvantage, or normal.
And a normal stealth check.
Well, thank Christ I got normal then.
Irina got 6. Okay, so Ez, Reister, and Sefe managed to dart across the road without being seen, but as Zabornik and Irina are passing by, the guard turns at the worst possible time and spots them. Irina is going to attempt... Where's her things? Evening. Okay. Let's
I
see.
will say is
Got
Ez
14
should probably
deception.
grab hold of Sir Elaine just in case.
She's not. She's got one hand on his back, another hand on his arm.
Okay. So Arena
He's so doing the same.
basically tries to fake a nothing's going on here officer and just bid him evening whilst slowly pushing Zabornik towards the tavern, and the guard just kind of nods and hunches his shoulder against the rain and starts moving on down the street past you.
At the same time, Zabornik is going to look even older and frailer than usual. Like,
Come on, grandmother, let's go.
Yes, dear, eh?
Okay. So the guard rounds a corner and you both hurry as quickly as you can into the courtyard of the Wizard of Wines.
What are we
The
doing
Wizard
at the
of
Wizard
Wines.
of Wines again?
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
The
man.
Blue Water Inn. Shh!
damn, we ran fast.
Right.
Also, I didn't have time to adjust your characters. These are all over the show. So, give me a sec. I have to get Arena back. That's Siegbald. There we are.
Poor Danica hasn't moved over the past hour or so.
She's
No,
a barmaid.
just
Where do you expect her to go?
We should probably make certain that we get rid of our clothes.
Hang on, these guys shouldn't be here.
Still.
I'm just gonna get rid of them very quick. There we are. At this time of
Oh,
night,
good time, good
So
time,
we've still got the keys, haven't we, to the rooms?
yous do. Yous bought the rooms for a week.
Yeah, we should still have them, or at least this night.
I think we can reach the rooms by going up the stairs outside, right?
You can, yes.
Yeah, we can just sneak up the stairs here.
Therefore, we're going to do that.
Okay. So you're all just gonna rock upstairs. So I'm gonna move these one by one. So calm down, relax.
Why are the butters still down there?
Because that's where I moved them to get them out of shot. Because I expected you to move into the tavern, but no, you never do what I expect you to do.
Indeed.
Russ is just stepping out of the way.
At this point, Ez has both hands on Elaine's shoulders, and she's just leading him ahead, keeping her one eye behind him.
Is any of us presentable enough to let them know that we're back with the booze?
Well, Reister is completely fucked up with blood, and a very obvious wound in the dent in his armor. Sir Elaine appears to be catatonic. Ez still has some glistening blood, which she has tried to hide under her under handfuls of mud. Irina is probably the most presentable of the lot of yous right now.
What about Zabornik herself?
You still have piles of blood on you because you were laying down in the blood when you were in your shell.
Fair. Okay.
Irina, are you up to letting them know that we're back, or do you maybe need a moment?
Let's wait until morning. I think they can wait.
Okay.
Wine
let's
won't
see the
spoil
wine anyway.
at that time.
I don't think wine will spoil that badly.
It's in the barrels. It's fine. It's fine.
It should be fine.
Yeah. Let's move inside.
Good night.
We still have 3 rooms.
That is true. Well, I'm not going to change now.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
still
get your room
kind of
open.
being led around at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ez still has a hand on Elaine.
You take care of Elaine.
Okay. Oh,
I know. Pardon?
Ez is going to just hold on for a moment and look at Reister. You did good. We'll talk in the morning.
Thank you.
And she'll just point at Reister. You did. She's going to try and remember what room Elaine was in.
I was in that room with Reister.
Oh, shoot.
We still
think-
got the keys though, so
I don't think he should be alone tonight.
I think you're the best one to calm him down right now, Ez.
Well, so is Irina still basically within earshot and everything?
She's standing in the doorway looking at you.
Right. Okay. And yeah, because Irina and Zabornak was sharing with Ez and Novak, weren't they? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ez will just stare at look, kind of. You're not too sure what emotion's going on with Ez at the moment. She looks very conflicted, and she says, "Zabornak, lock the door."
I'll lock it and
Oh,
position
come.
myself in front.
I will. I actually have my trick up my sleeve as well.
Hmm?
You might have missed it, Ez. Gonna put a little bell in front of the door, such as a tripwire. Want me to do that to the other room as well?
If you wish, I'd appreciate that.
Also, good
All
luck
right.
to anyone trying to get in.
So I'm
have to
going
push.
to trap the two doors with the tripwire bells.
Okay. And Ez is going to push Elaine gently into this room here.
okay.
Right. So Rice is going to trap this door that was, I believe, sleight of hand, and he make it a little less obvious. So a little bit of stealth.
Alright.
That's the door to the room where Irina and
Bornak.
are in. Yeah.
Yep.
It's midnight over here, so that's why I'm not too focused right now. And then I'm doing the exact same to the room that Ez and Elaine are in. It's a little less in regards to handiwork, but it's a little bit better hidden.
Okay.
And with that, Reister goes into the room he is in, closes the door behind him, falls onto the bed, and from his left hand, a small locket falls. The thing he's been holding on for the entire session, basically. But unfortunately, whenever he didn't need to use both hands when he fought. After all, during combat he didn't hold on to it, but he held onto it in the beginning and, well, after he went down.
I get it, it was a joke.
Yeah, I didn't get the joke, unfortunately. And as it drops to the ground, and with a small plink, it opens and reveals a picture of a young woman. And that's where I'm going to end it.
Ooh.
Law.
Yep.
Does Zabornak and Ari want to say anything with Irina?
Yeah, Zeronik is going to, while she places herself in front of the door, she's going to check on her.
Dearie, are you alright? Are you sure you're alright?
I don't... No, I'm not.
You know what, before we go to sleep, I think I can get a kettle going in here. Let's have some nice tea to calm your nerves.
Trust you to come up with that solution.
It's what I do.
And so she does.
Okay. I want you to roll me a very quick insight. You cannot read her face at all. Her face is just stone. She's
Zbornik
just
is going to,
staring into the cup.
with her life experience, Zbornik is definitely going to get trauma. She's going to put some extra, calming herbs into the tea.
Cannon, Zabornik spikes tea.
More like she aspirins tea.
God damn it, bloody. Trust the tea. She just kind of sips the tea, but you don't really get the sense that she really wants to talk. I appreciate this, Zabornik, thank you.
It's alright. I've seen some things. I kind of know a little about this kind of thing.
Okay. You see she reaches down for something in her pocket, but doesn't find anything, and starts to look around. You
What is...
haven't seen my pack, have you?
Oh, I don't think I have.
Outside. We left it in the cart.
I'll look for it in the morning.
Yeah,
So,
that will be best.
to say we left it in the cart.
Totally left it in the cart, not in the house. Not in the house at all. Definitely not.
No, it was. We left it in the cart.
I thought Sir Lane picked it up, but okay.
No, he left it in the cart.
I'll do it in the morning. It's not really all that important. But
Yeah,
thank you, Zabornik. I do appreciate that.
no problem. Get some rest. You're quite safe in here. I'd like to see the person trying to move over 300 pounds of turtle out of the way to get in here.
Well,
And don't tell anyone I told you my weight.
you're positive you wear it very well, let's just say.
Oh, thank you.
She just kind of rolls onto the bed and turns her back to you.
Rest easy.
Are we ready for a heart-to-heart with Elaine and Ez?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yes,
He's
I
still
think
got
so.
Still got the visor down though, so
As he's closed the room, the door to the room, Squeaky has appeared on the bedside table. And the little rat...
because he's still with Arena.
Hey, yeah, he can manifest himself within 30 feet of the blade.
Oh, fair enough.
But the little rat is sniffing at you, seemingly concerned.
Can Ez see Squeaky?
You can at this moment, yes.
Okay. Is this the first time that Ez has seen Squeaky?
Don't think so.
I
don't think so, no.
Okay. Ez will calmly, step by Elaine, taking her hands off his shoulders, and she'll kneel down and put one finger out to Squeakshanks.
He sniffs at your finger and then just kind of rubs his little whiskers against you.
Calmly pet Squeakshanks, and in Celestial, while still doing that, her attention on the Squeakshanks. Do you know that? Saved Irina. Whatever you're feeling now is not something to be ashamed of.
It is It's not shame.
What do you feel?
I want to put an end to Strahd. Even if I have to become like him.
Ez smiles at Squeakshanks as she continues petting him.
He kind of like leans his little skull into it.
Oh yeah, because he's basically a skeleton head. Okay, that's so cute. So cute. Well, Ez definitely thinks that's cute.
Oh yeah.
They stand up and, just boop Squeakshanks once on the nose. Then she'll turn to Elaine. Both hands on his chest, still got the visor down. No matter how dark the hell, no matter how bloody the road, are going to destroy him. Aren't we?
I have to destroy him.
And why do you have to?
Because it is the will of the goddess. If I must become like him, then I will.
That, Ez's expression does change. A little. Really? Oh my gosh. One moment, guys. I'm sorry.
And pause.
Yeah, just pause for a minute.
Okay, I'm just gonna take this little moment to say, bloody, your shit posting is on point.
Yeah, that it is.
Like,
I feel like we're
I have to say, the gif he shared whenever you started the fight with Isaac, it was just like, yeah, okay.
It just got real, yeah.
Oh lordy.
There
I
we
just
are.
looked.
Cheers, yeah.
It has been. It's been good. It's been good. I've just checked it, but
It's been 11 out of 10, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just bear
Motion
with us.
post again.
I think just give us one moment and we can get back onto that scene. I apologize.
not a problem.
So he's had fun with the fight in Isaac then?
Yep, I
All
enjoy
this fun
getting
almost dying.
The flaying of Isaac. Yes, that was so much fun. Okay.
And almost being dead, yeah.
Okay, serious. Back to
Yes.
serious. I'll put the serious
Scene.
music back on. There we are.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, her hands will be on his chest, and Ez has this sort of look in her eye. So, what is it about the will of this goddess? After everything you've seen, you have witnessed, you only wish to destroy this creature because of the will of another?
It is what I must do. I serve her.
Ez's face darkens, and she's gonna remove the helm.
And he's still got like, he's still got the wolf eyes on at this point.
Yeah. She's just gonna stare right at him. That's what you need to believe to get through this. Just know this, my friend. I bend the knee to no one. What I do for me. He's gonna walk out of the room.
I was gonna say, he was just about to say something else.
Hang on, how's the bell doing?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. His,
Well, to be
Stealth
fair,
kills.
I would say you saw him set it up, so you could probably step over the tripwire, unless
Stealth
unless he
check
rigged it to
with
the
advantage.
camera or the camera,
This point,
to the
mine.
door handle.
Just gonna say, I was just about to. Not just that. I will become this land. And I will make sure the creatures here do not step out of line again. Hey.
Ez stops at that.
Sirloin is turning into the same.
And she's just going to try and... she's going to look... There's genuine confusion now. Explain.
I shall become a Strahd. I shall prove superior to him. Wolf King shall reign.
The bed and just regards Elaine calmly. Interesting. That is the will of your goddess?
It is my will.
Eyebrow arches.
Don't leave me.
Mouse.
I don't know
Okay.
what this monster within me is.
Can Ez make an insight check into this is Elaine and what part of this is something that he doesn't want, if that makes sense?
Yes,
Okay.
with disadvantage
Oh, that's fair.
because
That's-
you're still exhausted.
Please roll high.
Also, Ez is getting really confusing messages here, so insights. Disadvantage. 18.
90. Oh,
I would say that
Christ.
passes. You see right through him. Elaine, what does she see?
She sees someone who knows he can defeat Strahd without becoming like him, but for him right now, he just wants to get on with it.
Just going to think for a moment, and it's going to... She briefly did this before when they fought Peachy, but she's going to move the red hair back, so it's almost like held back in a top knot, and so Elaine can see her full face properly. You see that her skin isn't all green. In fact, for the most part, it's mainly supposed to be there's tinges of like brown, or hints of red scales. The one glass eye,
Yeah.
which is a deep red. Notice one of the ears is pointed. And again, all of this in Celestial. She'll say to him, I've walked the path, becoming the monster, of doing whatever it takes to survive. And it on you. And I have paid so many prices. For me, because I don't think I ever really was anything but a monster back then. She'll let the hair fall and everything, and she'll stand up and move out to Elaine, and she'll put her arms around him. You are not me. You are not a monster. Let me tell you something. I will fight with you. I will take care of you. We'll kill together. But don't think I will let you become what I am. Just gonna kiss him.
Ooh.
It's not so much a romantic thing, it's more the tender, you know.
I get what you mean, yeah, but still.
Yeah.
That's in the pack.
And then she's just going to, hold one arm around him, one arm on his chest. His eyes and say, "What do you want to know?"
I don't know anymore. I need to rest.
Nods. She'll lead him to the bed. Now he's in full plate armor, yeah?
Just chainmail.
Okay.
Should be easy enough to get off.
Ez will try and help him take off the chainmail and everything, and for the most part, she's going to remove some of the straps of leather in her own chain shirts. But yeah, there's no be one of those. She doesn't seem to be trying to flirt with him or anything. She just helps move him into the bed, and then she's going to get in behind him, and basically she's going to be the big spoon. And she's going to just one arm around him in Celestial, just be like, "I got you."
I'm just going to kind of put my hand on hers. Thank you, Ez.
Kiss his cheek, and will be pretty much it.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to leave off.
Okay. So then, I think that's a very good place to end this session for tonight.
Yeah.
I'm for 10 too, so.
Very interesting.
It's 10 to 1, so yeah, good time.
Alright. So, usual shenanigans. Play of the game.
I'm really not sure.
I think the nut shot was pretty awesome, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So I can't get my nut shot in.
But, I mean, she started.
Yeah. Fumble of the game.
Ooh.
Rise on the brink of death?
Yeah, I'd probably say so.
I feel like it's not really our fault, but the fumble of the game was just losing Arena.
I'm gonna say Arena's nat
Yeah.
1 when she tried to call for help when she was being kidnapped.
Oh no, Sweetie! Sweetie!
Yeah, that's what you get for not biting the hand.
Basically,
I will say,
he just
I would say
grabbed
that
her off the
maybe-
side of the cart and dragged her off.
I almost want to give play of the game to Isaac for pulling that off, looking the way he does.
I know!
The dice, man, they're fickle but also fair.
The thing is, though,
Unless, of course,
he didn't have
they're
to.
unfair.
He didn't really have to do much to do it. The only people he had to beat stealth-wise was the party. The people of the town were terrified of him, and the guards answered to him.
Absurd.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
They may still answer, but he's not going to ask.
So, the guards wouldn't have stopped him.
Nope.
In fact, if you had tried to stop him, the guards would have attacked you. I can't believe you just broke into there and murdered her.
And slam dunked him like a basketball.
Yeah.
He was reasonable in discussing
Everyone
things,
in that
so-
house was deaf.
Well,
So many crits and so many botches.
But the thing
I
is,
can't believe how good Ez has been with disadvantage.
yeah.
That's a bit weird.
you should probably play her constantly with disadvantage.
Well, luckily you get that back now. But this is what you get for fucking around with strange things. Imagine if Reister had disadvantage in that fight as well.
Oh, Christ.
That would have been
Good
rough.
thing he only had the diluted.
He would have had disadvantage with death saving throws.
Yeah.
That would have been terrifying.
Yep.
Clenching the whole time we were having that fight. That was pretty. That was That was some good shit. I loved it.
Oh yeah.
Anyone picked up something that happened with Ryster? Did
The locket.
the locket? Yes, but also he slipped up Irina's name a few times. Did you notice?
Oh. No, I didn't.
I did
I'm
not.
afraid we didn't.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, no, Scout, I'm really sorry, man. We didn't actually notice that. You've got a very good high stealth roll in nature, in real life.
Yeah, guess we'll have to watch back the YouTube one.
No one noticed the joke that I repeatedly stuck in.
Nope.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you a little hint. The person that Ryster was confusing Irina with is named Jocelyn.
Interesting. So much lore.
Mm-hmm.
And no, she's not related to...
And the
Not
thing,
by blood.
fun thing is now, if Ez hadn't gone off to speak to Sir Elaine, Irina would have talked to Ez.
Mm.
So that'll be a good way to start the next session.
Yeah. Ez was literally torn in two there. Well, metaphorically. About who to keep an eye on first.
Yeah, it was Reister who was torn
Yeah.
into, literally.
So Ryster had a good idea where to send yes.
Do you know what I
Because-
kind of really want now? I really want an animation of like Zabornak doing like the double hands up as she slowly sinks into her cell. Just the double bird.
Yeah, it's just like, fuck you.
It's like,
Fuck you. Yeah, that was great. That was absolutely fantastic.
oh dear.
Okay. This is what happens when you mess with the parley. So yeah, one final thing while we're still on stream and everything. Gonna name ourselves.
Oh yeah, you have got to come up with a group name. Yeah.
You basically, the rule of D&D is you either come up with the name or the name happens, and I think it's going to be really interesting whenever our name happens.
You don't want me to name you.
I prefer the name to fall where it stands. Because if we come up with names, it's always that person plus everyone else in a way.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you think about it, and this is something we can brainstorm over the course of the week. But
Yeah.
in the meantime,
If Ez has her way.
Wolfpack. Well, wolves are associated with Strahd, so. But anyway,
We could always be Strahd's Bane.
considering how superstitious people are about his name. But we'll brainstorm this later, so we'll end the stream there. So it's going to be a good night from me, a good night from Creature.
Good night, fuckers.
I
He
love
said a good night
Sabornik.
from Creature, not from
Zabona.
Zvonek. Yeah.
I love
She
Sabornik
lives
so
within me.
much. He
Does
lives
she pay
in you.
rent?
A good night from Derkork.
Good night.
A good night from Dennis,
Auf Wiedersehen.
who is also the delightful artist between our Roll for Severity art. Waha.
And of course, the
And-
Curse of Strahd artwork
That is correct on the
that
title screen.
opens up the stream
Yeah.
and bookends it a little bit, I believe.
And lastly, our poor unfortunate soul, Sephi Senpai.
Night.
Poor Sir Lane. I'm worried about him. Squeaky's worried about him.
Oh no.
And we'll see you guys.
Everybody's worried about him.
We'll see you guys next week for more Dice&Dolts, and I'll see you during the week for some streaming. So, night.
Night.
Bye.
Night, night.